Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Monday night, and the Sports Hounds are live on A2D Radio from the Real Talk Studios, Mount Ephraim, New Jersey. As always, the Sports Hounds is brought to you by Gibson Merritt LLC, certified public accountants. Visit GibsonMerrittLLC.com. There are certified public accountants. Make them yours too. Kyle Meager, I'm Rob Brinkman, Brad Ryer, Frank Vesby producing. The sky is falling. The city of Philadelphia is burning. We have suicide watch on all the major bridges in Philadelphia because the Scanzano Sports poll question of the night is the Eagles season over? Agree? Disagree? Kyle, we'll toss it to you.
All right. So, obviously, good evening, everybody. Good Monday evening, live from the Real Talk Studios, like you just said. Bad loss yesterday. The Philadelphia Eagles fall to the hands of the Detroit Lions, a team that tied the Arizona Cardinals, a team that beat, you could say, a decent Los Angeles Chargers team. Whatever. All right, we lost the game yesterday. We didn't look good. 7 drop passes, 2 turnovers, and we just looked completely out of chemistry. Do I think the season is over? It all depends on this game Thursday, all right? I do not have us winning this game on Thursday. I don't. I think we're going to get smacked. I think Aaron Rodgers, who releases the ball on average at 2 seconds per play, honestly, he maybe 1 second. I think he's going to torch our secondary so bad, and it's not because of the secondary. It's because of the non-existent defensive pressure. We have no defensive pressure, and you nailed it at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, 3 weeks prior to the season opener against the Redskins, I said I was concerned about pass rush. I get concerned about pass rush. I said I don't know if this pass rush is elite like it's been in years past. Hello, I was right, and everyone said, oh, the fearsome foursome of the Philadelphia Eagles. They're going to have no problem getting the quarterback. It's a big problem.
Yep. And Brandon Graham has looked washed. Derek Barnett, non-existent,
injured.
Young and useless. Cox, he looks injured. Malik Jackson being injured doesn't help. Tim Jernigan getting hurt doesn't help. We have no depth on the defensive line. We have no defensive pressure. So with that being said, to answer the poll question, yes, I think the season's a wrap. I think
season's a wrap. 3 weeks in.
Without defensive pressure, you have nothing. You have absolutely nothing. And you're going to face the good teams at the end of the year, the Pats, the Vikings, the Cowboys, who look absolutely magnificent right now.
Stuff a sock in the Vikings, please.
What do you mean?
Give me a break.
It's on the road.
Vikings.
It's on the road, dude.
I don't care if it's
not
on
at home.
Mars. I'm not scared of the Vikings.
Okay, it's
I'm
Kirk
not.
Cousins. A backup quarterback could shred this defense without our pressure. A backup could. Any NFL quarterback can shred this defense with the kind of pressure that we're producing with, which is none. All right?
Like Case Keenum?
Anybody could. Yeah, exactly. They had Donald Penn and Eric Flowers on their starting line. Did you see that first half of that game?
I certainly did.
Horrible. Absolutely
not
terrible.
Look,
Not good.
I told you the pass rush was a potential problem for this team. Everybody laughed at me. I pounded the table with Jadeveon Clowney. Tom sat right here and told me how average he was, and you know,
Average?
it's a huge.
The fuck? He said average?
He was.
I don't remember. No, I don't remember.
He said because he only had 10 sacks. He never had double-digit sacks before. He was overhyped and
Wow. That's
not
a bad
as good as
take, Tommy.
advertised.
That's a really bad take.
So he sat right here.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing. I'm not directly quoting Tom, but he didn't want to trade for Jadeveon Clowney because they thought the price tag was too cheap. I bet you everyone wishes they had Jadeveon Clowney now.
I do. I want Jalen Ramsey,
All right,
but that's
Brad,
not going to happen.
You're the outside voice of reason here for the Philadelphia fans. And we're going to get to your boy Danny Dimes in a minute because he looked absolutely spectacular yesterday.
Yeah.
Is the Eagles season over?
After 3 games?
After 3 games.
No.
I've been dealing. It was 95 degrees today out on the golf course. I'm dealing with snowflake fans left and right.
How
Like
do you-
Kyle over here telling me the season's over, it's a wrap, they have no chance, it's over, it's done.
I know bad teams when I see them.
Every team, things change every week. Okay, they're 1-2, much to my delight, of course. But I'm just being honest here. Okay, they didn't have
Much
Deshaun
cheer,
Jackson.
I like how you added that.
They didn't have Deshaun Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have Alshon Jeffrey.
Mhm.
Okay, so their main receiver was Mr. Hands of Stone,
Aguilar.
Nelson Aguilar, right?
Mhm.
Okay, well, these aren't season-ending injuries. They're going to get these guys back.
Yeah,
Okay,
they will.
even if they lose to the Packers, which they probably will, because the Packers.
Which I am personally guaranteeing victory Thursday night in Lambeau Field. This team will not be 1-3. They're going to get a big win Thursday night. I stake my entire reputation on it.
Okay.
Eagles win Thursday night, 2-2 Friday morning. And I want to hear from you or anyone else that's been blowing up my text message machine or my social media devices. Don't want to hear from you. If you're out,
all
you're
right.
fucking out, and I don't want to deal with you.
All right, so we know
you can
that
tell me you're
we
out
we
after
know
3 games.
we know
They're
we know
gonna-
we know
they're
the
going
fan
to-
we know the fan side of you is talking right now.
Hashtag
We know the
disagree.
fan side of you is
Season's
talking right
not
now.
over.
But give me an example on how this team could go into Lambeau Field, a team that they have not beat with Aaron Rodgers at the helm since he's been there. Go into Lambeau Field on 4 days rest after that
big-
horrible game yesterday. How are they going to beat this team? You
Well,
tell me. Give me an
that's-
example.
That's a good reason why
because
they
Doug's
probably
going to
will.
have him ready, and Carson's going to play well.
I
And they're
never.
not gonna make
Carson
mistakes.
isn't the
Honestly,
problem.
Kyle.
No,
He's
Kyle,
not the problem.
but
Kyle.
he can play well on Thursday.
They're
and
not
be a
going
key
to-
key to victory.
He's going to have to go toe to toe with
They're
Aaron
not
Rodgers.
going. They're not
Bring
going to play
Aaron
that
Rodgers
badly
on.
twice in a row.
You want to crown the Packers and crown Aaron Rodgers? He's a great player. Don't get me wrong.
He's a
Packers
phenomenal
aren't
player.
improved- Packers have improved defense. They have a nice little team up there in Green Bay. They're 3-0. But, this is not an unwinnable game on Thursday. It's not.
All right.
Because I've been fooled 2 times in the last 2 years thinking this team was down and out and had no chance. When Carson Wentz tore his ACL, I thought they were done.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Nick Foles had no chance in hell to do anything
course he
like he
didn't.
did. Thought they were done, counted him out. Nick Foles becomes magic and wins the Super Bowl. Crow.
And what does that
had
tell
egg
you?
on my
Wait,
face.
what does that tell you that I believed in that team, but I don't believe in this team? What does that tell you?
It means you're just I don't know. You just don't.
I
have
don't
faith.
believe in no. I don't believe in fake hope. I don't believe in fake hope. There's nothing there that tells
Kyle,
me that this team is going to go to the
yes,
playoffs this year.
Second time
You can't
last
throw
year.
a team out after 3 games.
Of course I can. There's nothing
you
there.
can't.
There's nothing
Stop.
there.
Last
Stop.
year
Houston
they
was
lose.
It's 3 games in, and they can't figure out who the feature back is.
Houston was 0-3 last year. Kansas City was 1-4 the year before. Come on. It's 3 games.
They can't figure out who the feature back is. Doug absolutely hates Howard. Miles Sanders can't stop fumbling the ball.
Okay.
Darren Sproles, he catches the ball on fourth and fourth when he was like the only wide receiver wide open for whatever reason. Carson Wentz throws to him on the sideline like he's the only guy open. The shortest guy in the fucking field gets the ball on 4th and 4. So you tell me, what makes you think that this team is going to be good enough to go to the playoffs down the road?
I believe in this head coach. I believe in this quarterback, and I believe in this core's championship resolve. Like I said, I was fooled when
What
Carson.
championship result?
They won the fucking Super Bowl.
Yes, they did
Kyle.
with the perfect team. The perfect team. Chemistry.
lot of guys
Band
are still
of
on this
brothers. All right? Perfect pass rush. Decent secondary that didn't have as much time to cover.
A lot of those players are still here.
Okay, Michael Bennett's not here from the playoffs last year. That was our best player on the D-line. Not here. Resigned Brandon Graham, who is completely washed up now. It's pathetic. This Howie Roseman is a horrible GM. I don't care what anybody says. He doesn't make the right moves ever. Joe Douglas being gone was the worst thing to happen to this franchise in a long time, and we're going to not make the playoffs this year. I'm saying it right here, right now, because this team is just not good enough. They're not, and I hate being this way because I love this team so much, but it just pisses me off when there's nothing there that makes me think that this team is going to be anything special down the road.
Okay,
Sorry.
so last year they go down to New Orleans. They lose 48-7.
Horrible.
They completely quit on
Terrible.
They quit on their head coach. They quit on each other. It was
Yep.
a disaster. Counted them out then. They went out, and they were within by the hair of their chinny chin chin away from the NFC Championship game.
Okay.
I'm not making the same mistake 3 years in a row. This team is not done. This team is still going to the playoffs. This team's going to be 2-2 Friday morning, and everyone's going to be changing their tune.
Okay.
Veterans are going to step up. Doug's going to have them ready to play
Okay.
because Doug is a better coach than Matt LaFleur,
Okay.
and that has to mean something at some point. And the one factor that no one seems to really talk, everyone wants to talk about the refs and how bad they were.
They're terrible.
And the refs miss calls in every game, every week on both sides of the ball.
Miles Sanders almost got his head fucking taken off.
I don't want to hear about the refs. I don't want to
It
hear
was
about
the
the refs.
exorcist out there.
I don't want to hear about the refs. They missed the call. You can't do anything about it. They missed the call. What are you going to do about it?
That's more than a missed call, dude.
Okay, 7 drops. 7 drops yesterday.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Are
2 fumbles.
Are they going to have Jeffrey and are they going to have Jackson next
Jackson won't be back for a couple of weeks. Jeffrey could be possible for the Jets game.
Jeffrey might play.
I don't think he's going to play this week.
They're hoping to have Jeffrey back, according to
Okay.
the beat guy is on.
Bottom line is, you guys asked me a question.
Mhm.
Do I think that they're done after? No team is done after 3 games. Okay, no team. So
That's fine.
as far as your question, okay, you can't give up on a team after 3 weeks.
I'm not giving up. There's just nothing there. There's
Yet.
nothing there.
Yet.
They've made 1 play in 3 weeks.
Yet.
There's nothing
Yet they're
there.
1-2, and they're
but
gonna,
yet
Detroit's not a good team.
okay.
You don't know that.
They're not a good. No, they're. I know that they're not a good team.
So you know everything. You have the crystal
Here
ball.
we
You
go.
have all the
Just
answers.
because I said you
have
know
all
everything,
the
though, Jets say
answers.
I don't know it.
Hang on.
You got all the answers.
They
they
tied the
not-
Cardinals.
Detroit's unbeaten.
They-
They're unbeaten. They have a
they
franchise
drawed.
quarterback.
They drew one game.
They're
beat-
unbeaten.
They beat San Diego.
They're unbeaten. They
San
beat
Diego
the
doesn't have Melvin
Chargers.
Gordon. Their chemistry's all fucked up, and they lost to the Texans yesterday by what was it, 4 points? So
Yeah.
they're not. They're not a very good
Texans
team.
are a good team.
It remains to be seen right now.
They're probably going to win the division.
Remains to be seen. I think the Colts actually look kind of decent. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
they
lie.
do. They do.
Remains to be seen,
They do. But you can't count a team out after 3 games.
and
Way
that's
too-
fine. Listen,
It's still early.
I was born into failure. I know how this shit goes.
okay.
Is that why? Is that why you flip flopped to become a Yankees fan?
No, I was actually born into that by watching Roger Clemens almost kick the shit out of Mike Piazza, and that turned me on. So that's why I became a Yankees fan. But that's for another day.
So this is some roided out asshole
Yes.
threw a baseball bat at another player,
Yeah, that
so
was
you became a fan of
Well,
him?
they were
Yeah,
both,
it was amazing.
They were both actually roided out assholes.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna go there, don't tell me Piazza didn't do them. Okay.
It probably did.
Oh, come on. I heard he had more acne on his back than any normal human being
Yeah.
could ever hope to have.
I don't think anyone could outdo Jose Canseco though.
Jose was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty bad. Manny Ramirez.
Mark
good.
McGuire.
Yeah, Manny Ramirez too.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but I mean, getting back on point. Okay, it's way too early.
Mhm.
The trade deadline hasn't passed yet. Okay, there's always moves that can be made. It's not
Not with our
too late.
GM.
It's not
Not with
too
our
late.
GM.
Oh,
Yeah, Howie never makes trades in the offseason, during the season.
Name
Never
a-
makes acquisitions.
yeah, name a good one
Yeah,
that
he
he
traded.
made.
For
What about
Jay
Jay
Ajayi.
that was a Joe Douglas move. You can't tell me that wasn't a Joe Douglas move.
well, you don't know yet. As I said,
He's not a
too
talent evaluator. He's a
It's-
dork.
It's too early.
He's a fucking accountant. He's great with
So-
the cap. That doesn't make him a good player evaluator. Like, what makes him so great? He's not great.
Everybody said the guy was.
He
a
got demoted
genius.
for Chip. He's not great.
Okay, but then they put him back in again.
Yeah, they put him back in because Chip left. They put him back in. Then they got Joe Douglas to help him out. He succeeded. Like, it's common sense.
And how's Joe Douglas doing with the Jets right now?
Well, he started after the draft, so I'm not going to judge him based off that.
Okay.
But
He still
so
could've
far
made
the
some-
team doesn't look
he
great.
coulda-
Yeah,
He could have made some moves and tried to get some offensive linemen.
he could have, but they have so many holes in the Jets, and you know
Yeah,
what?
the offensive line is the
their whole
worst
team
is
got
the worst
hurt.
one.
Team got hurt. So.
Yeah, but their offensive line is also horrible.
The Eagles are gonna make plays on Thursday. They made 1 play in 3 weeks, and that was when Malcolm Jenkins blocked a field goal in the waning seconds
that shouldn't have
of
came
week
back.
3.
It shouldn't have came back.
What do you mean?
It got called back. He blocked it, and they got called back to like the 40. on
There
the
wasn't much
We were
there.
inside
there
the
wasn't
20.
much there. Obviously, they missed we
Yeah.
get it. The refs missed some calls.
Yep.
The refs miss calls every week and every game.
Yep.
I'm not sitting here and talking about the refs for 2 hours because the Eagles squandered every opportunity they had. They dropped the ball. They fumbled. They didn't play winning football yesterday. They lost the turnover battle. They didn't make any plays on defense.
They also
Carson was
dropped-
the only
they also
guy who
dropped-
everyone wants to hate on Carson. The guy's the only guy making plays out there.
They dropped
Well,
7
that's the
passes
only
as
thing I'll
well.
nitpick on Carson Wentz. The only thing that I'll nitpick is the fact that he was launching the ball down the field when he could have just threw it underneath to try to get the field goal range. That's the only thing I'll nitpick about. But other than that, he wasn't bad at all yesterday.
He delivered a dime against Atlanta to
Yeah, but
Nelson Aguilar, and Nelson
Yeah, he
Aguilar
dropped it. He
it.
dropped it.
He delivered a dime to Arthega-Whiteside
Yeah.
in the closing seconds
But it
yesterday,
also
and he
wasn't.
dropped it.
He should have.
What's he supposed to,
No,
throw the ball and then catch it too?
In the grand scheme of things, yes.
What do you want him to do?
In the grand scheme of things, he should have caught that, but was it the right play? No, it wasn't. He just launched it up. It was basically a Hail Mary. He's like, go catch it.
He's got a 6-inch height. He's got a 4-inch height differential between his receiver and quarterback. He high pointed the ball.
Yeah, he trusted his rookie
Arcega-
receiver, and he dropped it. I
and
understand
it was
that.
right in his hands, and he dropped
Yeah,
it.
it was. I'm not disagreeing with that. I still think he should have went for the field goal range. That's just me, though. Because you were down by 3. It's not like you needed a touchdown. But
All right.
whatever.
Well, they were playing to win, as a man once said, guy who used to play for you guys. We play to win the game. Herman Edwards, that's right.
All right.
We play to win the game. They were trying to win the game. They didn't want to go to overtime.
That's fine, I guess.
Okay, because you know what? If you go to overtime, then it's really a coin toss. Then it's up to the coin toss. If the Lions win the coin toss and they get the ball first and they score a touchdown, the game's over.
Right.
So and if the Eagles win the coin toss and they score a touchdown, the game's over. But it depends who gets the ball first.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's why they did it that way.
All right, let's go to the fan.
So I mean,
Are you on YouTube?
I'm on YouTube, yeah.
You got anything on YouTube?
Bryce Blackwell says, "Yo, what's up, guys? What's up, Bryce? How you doing?" He says, "Our coaching is poor and drafting has been poor." Not disagreeing. We got to go get Ramsey. We do. We're not going to, though.
he's going to end up with the Chiefs.
Okay. Lindell says, "I'm not worried about the Packers."
No one really thinks the Chiefs had the draft capital to get him because they gave up all those picks from Holmes.
Lindell says, "I'm not worried about the Packers' offense. It stalls out by the second quarter."
And if it's true that the Ravens offered a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and tight end Hayden Hurst, who's actually a decent player, and the Jags said no, then Jalen Ramsey ain't getting traded.
Hey, Lindell,
He may not.
Lindell, who's a huge Carson Wentz supporter, known Carson Wentz supporter, said if our O-line doesn't show up, Wentz might go down. And him saying that just
Well, no kidding. That wouldn't be Carson Wentz's fault that
Yeah.
his line isn't blocking. You
Yeah.
see the one play yesterday where they just, stopped?
yeah.
They didn't stop. They did stop.
And Lindell says Eagles need to buy talent. In my opinion, they suck at drafting. Basically, that's what he said. And he said, "Kyle, what elite players have the Patriots drafted? They have the perfect system, and they have one of the best system QBs around. So they don't need to be great at drafting. They just get the players that fit for Tom Brady and the scheme. So whatever, we don't really have
Tell you
a
what,
scheme.
the Patriots this year may have the best defense they've ever had.
Yeah, they probably do. I'm not disagreeing.
All right, getting to the book, Facebook. Sean White and Howie we all trust. Jake Friel, 3 games in and calling the season over is ridiculous. I agree with you, Jake. I'm sick of
I agree, too.
I'm sick of these snowflake
3 games. Come on now.
Thomas Simpson's once Kyle's mic turned off.
That's fine.
Manny Martinez, I believe in Wentz, not in Doug Peterson, not in the remaining roster.
What?
You don't
You don't believe in Doug Peterson,
You
the
don't-
guy that won a Super Bowl with
Best
us with our
coach-
backup quarterback?
best
But you
coach-
believe in a guy in Wentz that hasn't been the same since 2017? Are you out of your fucking mind? What kind of fan are you?
I don't understand. I don't understand how you can hate on Doug. The guy has.
Are you serious?
The guy has
Who said
brass-
that?
Manny Martinez.
He's wrong.
What?
That's all. He's wrong.
That dumb shit.
He's wrong.
The fuck kind of comment was that?
You can't say that about your coach when your coach won a championship.
He won a
with backup
championship with a backup quarterback.
I know that. That's what I'm saying. It's not Doug. Okay. First of all, I think that there's too many guys, and I said it earlier in the season. There are too many players on the Eagles team that are over 30. Okay. Bill Belichick's team, if you ever notice, other than Brady, when you're over 30, you're not on the team anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
And he gets rid of guys who were Pro Bowl level players. Once they hit 30,
Yep.
they're gone.
Yeah, they took
Okay,
our
and
guy
he
Michael Bennett because they knew he was something, and guess what? He's balling out there too.
Yeah, I mean, but when they do get, and if they do get guys, they don't normally do.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, they also are just brilliant when it comes to drafting.
They are. They're a
Ri-
perfectly ran franchise.
Yeah.
Ryan Jensen. We really could be 3-0 if we just call it balls weeks 2 and 3.
It could also be 0-3.
could also easily be 0-3. They're not. They're 1-2. They're going to be 2-2 after Thursday.
Okay.
They missed the Miles Sanders. Yeah, I'm not talking about refs, Ryan. They missed the call on Sanders, no doubt about it. Thomas Simpson's 2 for touchdowns. Sean White and Howie we trust. He's yet to prove it. He's mismanaging GM games bad with his play calling.
Who?
Man, Doug. I mean,
God.
Manny, come on. Come on.
How can you blame
Are you
Doug?
okay, Manny? Are you okay? The best coach in franchise history, the only coach that's giving you a Super Bowl championship with a backup quarterback who I still maintain is an average football player. We're calling Doug to the carpet. Are you okay? Like, seriously. Come on, guys. Season's not over after 3 games. And fans like Manny Martinez are the ones that are going to be singing Doug's praises after they go into Lambeau and beat Green Bay.
Yeah.
I got no time for it. Everyone needs to relax and ride it out. Don't make the same mistake 3 years in a row, because a majority of this fan base counted him out when Carson tore his ACL. They won the Super Bowl. Counted him out last year when they lost 48-7 to the Saints, and they were within an Alshon Jeffrey dropped pass of representing the NFC
Let's
in the
be-
Super Bowl, because I
let's
think
be
they would have
honest.
beaten the Rams last year in the title game.
Let's be
Yeah.
honest. The Eagles fan base overreacts after every game, whether it's a win or a loss. When they win, they're winning the Super Bowl, and when they lose, the sky is falling.
Lindell just said Carson had more tackles than Fletcher.
Sean White.
Yesterday.
That is true. Yeah, I did see that
Yeah.
stat. Carson Wentz had 2 tackles. Fletcher Cox had 0
That's
tackles.
embarrassing.
That is extremely embarrassing.
Yeah. $100 million man, Fletcher. Are you hurt? Stay on the fucking sideline.
Yeah, if he's that hurt where he can't get any tackles and our starting quarterback has 2 tackles, I agree with him. He's got to be inactive.
Yeah.
Well, there's obviously something wrong.
Ryan Jensen, Detroit's a solid team this season. That remains to be seen, but I've liked what I've
I
seen
don't
so
think
far.
they are. But that's my opinion.
Ralphie
I
Delavecchio
see 8-7-1 out of Detroit.
See
Yeah.
Ralphie on the Fix every Wednesday at 6 p.m. with our man Frank, Ryan Brodo, and Noah. 7 drops. Let's blame Wentz. I agree with you. People blaming Wentz today need to get a clue, because you have people don't watch when Carson Wentz plays football. He's the only man on the team consistently making plays through 3 weeks. The running backs aren't making plays. All the receivers are hurt, and the ones that are in there
for the
are either
people-
dropping the ball or fumbling.
For the people
No one
blame
on the defensive line's making plays. Linebackers aren't making plays. The secondary's not making plays. So you want to go ahead and blame the only player that's making plays consistently for this football team, and that's Carson
And
Wentz.
people-
It makes no sense.
people blaming Doug are forgetting to realize that he tried to get Melvin Gordon here week 1. He tried to get rid of Howard. Like, he tried to trade him. He wanted Melvin Gordon here. We don't
Yeah, but
have
that-
that set established running back. He likes Miles Sanders more than he does of an aged veteran. Like, he does, and that's just that's concerning to
evident.
me. Yeah, it's concerning to me too, because when the guy fumbles more than he runs, it's just I don't know.
Well,
He
it's
just
bizarre.
he doesn't like
it's
Howard
bizarre about the fact that Howard never gets the ball.
because Doug doesn't like him.
He got the ball a couple of times.
He can't
early
run
in the
end zone
game.
to end zone. He doesn't like him.
Yeah, but Jordan Howard ran successfully early in the game. and
He's a
they just-
power
They
back.
didn't.
He's like a DeMarco
They
Murray.
didn't
He's a power
stick with
back.
him. Well, hopefully Miles Sanders can. I will say this: outside of the fall, I thought Miles Sanders, in terms of hitting the hole at the right time and cutting it upfield rather than trying to hit the home run every play, he was much better in the Detroit game than he was the Falcons game.
Yeah.
So
It was.
that's a
I'll-
little positivity there.
I'll give him that.
You can't fumble the ball though, Miles.
I personally think Miles Sanders is going to be good, but right now he just
and
needs to work
I
on
don't like
fixing
him.
the fumbles.
I don't like him returning kicks.
No, I don't either. I agree with you there.
Let's just get Sproles back there returning the kicks.
Let's get him off.
He's got sure hands.
Yeah, and he's still dangerous.
Still fast enough.
Yep.
And
Are
he's
you
still like
even
a little water bug especially on punt returns.
Thomas Simpson, nothing wrong with Test. Let's be honest.
Wait, what?
I don't know that. Ryan Jensen, Jalen Ramsey could be ours. Heard we were trying again along with Seattle starting today, but the Jags are asking for way too much.
Give
The
it
Jags
to
should
him.
the Jags should ask for a lot because he's 24 years old,
The best corner in the league.
best corner in the league, and good players fetch steep price tags.
Well, lockdown corners are very, very rare.
Yep.
And
He's one.
And
You
now
agree
all of
that,
a sudden
you agree that he's one?
he definitely is. But now all of a sudden he has the flu. So what's that all about?
Well,
He's got the blue
Hey, he
flu.
was-
he's not going to play because
that's a great
Just wanna-
professional though. He called out. He didn't know call no show.
well, he's still, you know what he's doing. So, I mean, he knows what he's doing.
Yep.
I mean, does he really have to practice on Monday to be successful on Sunday for the Jaguars?
No.
No, but
No.
it sets
No,
a
he's
terrible
a
example.
natural. He's a
But it
natural.
sets a terrible example for the team.
And
It
like I
does.
said before, I don't think the guy's going to get traded. The owner loves him and wants to pay him. He wants him to be in Jacksonville for his whole career.
He's mad
And-
at Doug Marone.
Yeah. Well, that guy's an idiot.
No, he
Him
is
and
an
Freddie
idiot.
Kitchens, I don't know who's worse.
Philly Jim said on YouTube says literally the only reason he doesn't use Howard more than Sanders is because Howard isn't a good pass catcher. Trust me, if he was good
That's
at
true.
catching out of the backfield, he'd never come off the field, which is true.
That's true.
I agree with that.
That's why the Bears got rid of him.
Yeah.
Jason Gerhardt, they're winning on Thursday. I agree. I mean, I personally guaranteeing victory to Eagles Nation, to the Bird Gang out there. They
You
are
feel
winning.
free to explain.
I just did.
Because he said so.
Okay, because he said so. All right, we'll go with that.
Yeah, but I mean, what's the difference if you lose to
The
Detroit
guy's never
and beat
lost
Green
to
Bay?
us, and he's at home.
Wh-
The
why
last
do you
time,
always- why
the
do you
last time
always
we
go
went to
back
Lambeau
the-
Field, we lost by like what, 40?
How good are they
When
at
Mark
Lambeau
Sanchez
Field?
was our quarterback, you think that has bearing on this game on Thursday?
No, I think us not having a pass rush has bearing on this game.
Okay, then why are you bringing up a game 4 years ago when Chip Kelly was
we
the coach
don't play
and
well
Mark
against
Sanchez?
Aaron Rodgers. We don't. It's a known fact. We don't play well against Tom Brady
Okay, their
at home.
defense-
and
they're
we
not-
don't play well against Aaron Rodgers on the road
The
or at
Packers,
home.
the Packers' offense isn't top 20 in any category across the board.
And they're due to have a lights-out game.
Okay, so are the Eagles.
Okay, we'll see.
Matt LaFleur, Doug Peterson's a better coach than Matt LaFleur. The Eagles are going to
He
be
better be.
resilient. They're going to have heart, and they're going to win on Thursday.
All right.
What's up, boys? Jake Friel. Check Jake with Kyle and Tyler Weston every Saturday on the weekly roundup.
Nice pass by Case Keenum.
What's up, boys? Strongly disagree with the polls, and I agree with Rob. I see us pulling out the win on Thursday. I've guaranteed victory on Thursday.
Keenum just threw a touchdown pass.
Guaranteed. To who? Terry McCool?
No.
To the
other team.
To the Bears.
Oh, to the Bears. What a bag. Case Keenum.
Terrible player.
Oh, boy.
John Burke, Rodgers is going to kill us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At least he has a brain. Jesus Christ.
Thomas Simpson, that's the best reason right there, big guy. A lot of tension in the chat tonight.
It's okay.
A lot of back and forth.
Hey, listen, it's a Monday after the Eagles loss. We expect this.
Bro, they couldn't throw under. Lions were locking up under with 9 guys. Come on, that's from Ralphie.
Okay.
Every route was intermediate. John Burke, you're joking right now. If he checks it down, you'll all say how he didn't throw it downfield. That's a criticism of Carson. And he did throw it downfield in the final seconds, and
Yeah.
Whiteside dropped it. He
Mhm.
threw it downfield.
It was right in his breadbasket.
He threw it then downfield against Atlanta, and Nelson Aguilar dropped it. He threw it downfield against the Redskins, and Deshaun Jackson actually has enough football competency to make a play. So it worked.
Yep.
Can we just stop with Carson? Like, are these people watching?
I've stopped with Carson, but
But like,
other people are going to
nobody
go
wa-
after
like,
it.
I get he's the quarterback, and it's a quarterback league, but if you can't see he's the only one making plays consistently on this football team, quit watching football because you don't have a clue. You don't have a clue.
Well, what I see with the Eagles right now is an inconsistent running game and receivers who are dropping passes. And the defense is coming out and playing sloppy football in the first half of every game. And they've had a habit the last couple of years in big spots at the end of games of letting the other team drive down the field and score in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
And those are not good combinations, and that will not fly in Green Bay. If they do that in Green Bay, if they get off to a slow start and get behind early, they're not coming back against.
But they
Green
got
Bay.
off to a good start in this game. They went right down. They took the ball. They went right down the field. They got 3 points, and then the Lions returned the opening kickoff.
We have some Twitter questions. Shaquan says, disagree to the poll question. He doesn't think the season's over. Joji says,
Smart guy.
you guys know the Flyers are on, right? Yeah, but
Yeah,
we're
it's
watching.
preseason
it's preseason.
hockey.
It's preseason. And then Jason Voorhees, not related to the one from Friday the 13th, said, yep, that's music to our ears. He says that the season's over.
Was that a killer mommy kill him that I just heard?
Yeah.
Thomas Simpson. Has anyone seen the video? I think you guys posted of our O-line standing there while Carson was getting run down.
He should have
like
thrown the
half
ball
the team
away.
was playing like shit.
Everyone on that play is accountable. Everybody. The O-line, the receiver's not getting open, and Carson Wentz for not getting rid of the ball quicker. It's on everybody. I've seen the play like 10 times.
Eagles fan base is the most hot and cold fan base in sports.
Yeah, bipolar. Yep.
That's from Jake Friel. I totally agree with that.
Yep.
Absolutely. I think the
Manny
entire
Martinez.
Philadelphia fan base is like that, though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not
every
believing
sport.
him, and right now, genius. When we won the Super Bowl, we
He
were
called you
running the
genius.
ball out of 12 personnel, mainly
I'm shocked he didn't
out
call you
of
chief.
ace formations. We're not doing none of that.
It's a fact.
Howard should be used off of single back more. Bruh, I'm not giving up on this team. I still love Doug, but I'm saying I'm not liking his play calling. That's it. I mean, he's calling plays that are getting receivers wide open, and they keep dropping the ball or
Yeah.
fumbling the ball. And Miles Sanders doesn't pick the right hole when they do run the ball.
Yep.
Look, everyone's got to forget about Jordan Howard.
Mhm.
You really do. Doug doesn't want to give him the ball. Miles Sanders was his second-round draft pick. It was clearly a Doug pick. Clearly, Doug saw something in him while he was at Penn State that forced them to really, across the board, kind of overdraft Miles Sanders in the second round. Miles Sanders is going to be the back unless he fumbles the job away.
Yeah.
He's going to be in there more than Jordan Howard. He's got to learn how to cut it upfield, take what the defense gives him, not have to hit a home run every play, and not fumble the football.
Right.
And I don't want to see him returning kicks.
And he thinks you're disrespecting his name because he wants to get on the phone and bash you. That's what he said, like all the way down low. Gotta love it. Sports Hounds on a Monday after an Eagles loss. Fans are angry. We're angry. Vent.
Brad, let's hear about your Giants. Ramsey is going nowhere. That's from Bob Brinkman. I agree with Bob. I don't think Jalen Ramsey.
I don't think he's going
I think
anywhere.
Jalen
either.
Ramsey's not good. If the Ravens really offered that huge package and the Jaguars still said no,
They don't want to trade him.
they're not trading him.
Yeah, no.
Thomas Simpson, I like the Giants QB. I mean the
He looked
Giants.
really good. He looked really good
I
yesterday.
mean blank the Giants,
Yep.
but I like the guy. LL never
There's nothing you
never
could
liked
say.
something about his face.
No, stop. There's nothing bad really you could say about Daniel Jones. I mean, he played real well yesterday. It seemed to
Yep.
me like he was making the other players on the team better.
Yeah.
It
he
seems
looks
like
great, dude.
It seems like the defense played, but he made the defense play better. I don't know what happened in the second half, but the Giant defense, I don't know who that was in the second half, but the Giant defense only gave up 3 points in the second half.
Yep.
And they've given up more
Sorry.
points than any other team in the NFL.
Yep.
But they lost Saquon.
Yep.
They did lose Saquon.
4 to 8 weeks.
We're gonna get
with
to
a
your
high
Giants.
ankle sprain.
We're gonna get to your Giants because I want to get to your Giants because Daniel Jones is the story of the NFL coming out
Right
of week
now,
3.
yeah.
If you ask me, Michael Kleinkopf is on the Hockey Happy Hour every Thursday at 10 o'clock. Disagree with the poll question. Whoever argues is a clown and doesn't know football. Carson was throwing to receivers with no separation. That's from Bob Brinkman. That's 100% true. Michael Kahn. They would be 3-0 if they didn't drop passes in the fourth quarter. The last time we played the Packers was Monday Night Football in 2016.
Yeah,
Carson's
I
rookie
remember
year.
that game, yeah. I was there. Wasn't fun.
Bob Brinkman. Ertz was doubled every play. He was doubled. They did their best
well, of
to
course
take
they're
Ertz.
going to do that.
They did their best, and Ertz still had a pretty good game.
Yep.
I would love to get on the phone with you because y'all disrespecting the heck out of my name and talking nonsense. How are we disrespecting your name? Because we don't agree with your takes
Yeah.
that are foolish. Because
Right.
all of a sudden you don't believe in Doug and
Yep.
he's play calling's perfect. No one's executing on the field. Doug Peterson's not catching the ball. Doug Peterson not fumbling the ball. Mike Groh is not dropping the ball. He's not fumbling the ball. He's not squandering every opportunity the opponents give him. The coaching is not the problem. Outside of that horrendous 4th and 3 call that Jim Schwartz made on against Atlanta on the Sunday Night Football loss, the coaching's been pretty good for this team.
Yeah.
Because there's not much talent from a receiving standpoint, playmaking standpoint on the offensive side of the ball. Hopefully Jeffrey can play on Thursday. That would help a lot. But
We need him to play.
disrespecting your name, get out of here. You're the one talking nonsense.
Yep.
There'd be no if I was disrespecting your name, there'd be no confusion about it. You would 100% know. I'm not disrespecting your name. I think your sports point on Doug Peterson is idiotic and wrong. So you're getting put on blast. Because I'm mad they lost too. Even though they're going to win Thursday and be 2-2, missed an opportunity to be 3-1. They missed opportunities the last 2 weeks to have a winning record right now. In Green Bay, we should have Alshon, and that's a big difference. That's from Bob. Bob also says they got to figure out the new D-line rotation. Pressure is the key.
Right.
Yeah, you can't have no pressure like this. You can't have Barnett being a first-round pick, not getting any sacks.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have Brandon Graham making all that money, getting no pressure. You can't have Fletcher Cox getting less tackles than your starting quarterback.
Yep.
It can't happen.
Nope.
What does Darby's injury mean for the secondary? That's from Steven Giselle.
Let's just say not much because he wasn't doing anything
I
anyway.
totally disagree with that.
Okay.
Who's your starting corners now?
Doesn't matter. Anyone could be better than Ronald Darby.
But they literally don't have anybody.
That's fine. Bring up someone from the practice squad who'll produce the same or if not better.
Okay.
Ronald Darby was non-existent. He sucked.
Darby stinks, and so does Jalen Mills, by the way.
Well, Jalen Mills hasn't played yet this year, and Jalen Mills is a gamer.
Yeah.
He
In the red
sucks.
zone, he's a gamer.
He bites on double moves too much, but he's tough, he's physical, he's got a short memory, and
Gets beat all the time, but, you know.
Yep.
a lot of corners get beat. You just got done saying how there's no shutdown corners, and shutdown corners are hard to find.
Shutdown corners are very hard to find, but he's just not good.
Holy shit.
Jalen Mills is average.
All right, Clankoff, have a good show on Tuesday.
Barely.
Yeah, it'll be what is it? Birds of the Feather on Thursday for the reaction during the game, and hockey happy hour will be tomorrow.
So we got Thursday lineup on Tuesday now?
Yeah,
Switching
it's
it
switched. Yeah, it's switched up.
All right, so hockey season right around the corner.
There you go.
And the boys with
Next
lazy booking getting Psycho Sid Vicious to join the program.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
No
The
idea who
wrestler?
that is.
Yeah, remember Psycho Sid?
I remember Psycho
He's going to be
Sid.
on the Lazy Book, the wrestling show tomorrow
All right.
at 8.
Nice
right?
job,
right,
guys.
Frank?
Nice job.
8 for the Lazy Booking and Psycho Sid.
It is 7:45 for Psycho Sid.
7:45 Psycho Sid.
Who is
Yes.
that?
He's half the brain that we. He has half the men that we are, and half the brain that we do. So
All right,
yeah,
cool.
He used to be the champion in WCW.
He was a big, tall.
Oh yeah.
He's a big, tall white guy with curly blonde hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Yes.
him.
Eagles champ on YouTube says we should trade for Ramsey. He's faking his sickness. He going to hold out. Watch. I mean, we should trade for him, but we're not going to. We don't have the GM capable of doing that, so
Yeah, Howie never makes trades.
it's not going to happen.
He
No.
never makes trades. Howie never makes trades.
He
You're
doesn't.
right.
He
Good
doesn't.
Take. Good take, Kyle.
He doesn't.
Good take.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
He makes more trades in the NFL than any GM.
Okay, tell me one that actually made sense.
Jay Ajayi.
Okay, that was more Joe Douglas, but go ahead.
Okay, well, anything I'm going to say, you're just going to say it was Joe Douglas.
It
so what's
was.
the
It's
point?
obvious. He can't do it by himself. He's a fucking accountant, not a player evaluator.
And who brought in Nick Foles, by the way?
That was a good pickup by Howie. I'll give him that one, but he was cheap. And he was
Still brought him in.
and he was
still
already
won.
here.
Huh? So?
It was easy.
I can think of guys that have already been in New York and they didn't bring them back.
It was easy. He was about to retire.
Ryan Jensen checks in. You guys think we should make a move for a wide receiver? It might sound crazy, but
Maybe.
Diggs has been underwhelming in
Maybe.
Minnesota.
I kind of agree with that. Maybe we do because our wide receiver depth right now is pretty bleak. So I mean, I wouldn't mind trading for a wide receiver as long as it's cheap. You know, I mean,
Stephon Diggs is not going to
I would give the farm for
Wide receivers,
Ramsey,
wide
but
receivers
for
are a dime a dozen.
Diggs. I don't know.
I don't know. I think you have. There's enough. Even
2
with
seconds.
these injuries, there's enough playmakers here to win football games.
What
See,
about
this is
getting
what
a
this
guy-
is
what
what
about
Wentz
trying to
needs to
get a
do
guy
on
like-
Thursday. This is what Wentz needs to do on
What about
Thursday.
trying to get a guy
He needs
like
to get the ball out of his hands in
Fitzgerald?
2 seconds. Because look at Mitchell
Well,
tonight.
Kyle, the guys have to catch it
Okay, and that's
or
fine.
and get open.
And that's fine. But you say they're going to win, so you think they're going to get open and catch the ball.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
They can't. The receivers can't have a worse performance than Sunday.
I mean, they can. but-
Sunday was
can.
rock bottom.
They can, actually.
They can.
Rock bottom. They can't be worse.
I mean, they can.
They can't be.
He has
It's
to see
impossible.
He has to see some of our receivers the first
It's
the
impossible.
first 2 games Eli was playing.
Yep.
The way they were dropping passes on him.
Thomas-
That's why it's so crazy with Jones, because they were catching all his passes.
Yeah, and Eagles 01 agrees with me. He said how he has sucked without Douglas. Yep.
Thomas Simpson, what are your thoughts about Dez? My thoughts on Dez are not much. I don't think the Eagles should sign him. I think he's washed up, and Achilles at his age
Is that a safety?
very Very, very tough to come
They got
back
a
from.
safety.
I was close. If that's a safety,
So that would cover the point spread.
I know. I said the Bears were going to win 2-0. I'm already wrong. That's how boring. That's how much I think of this Monday night.
Eagles 01 thinks we should go ahead and sign Michael Crabtree.
Is he a free agent?
Yeah,
He is a free agent. That's not a bad
That's
call.
not a bad.
That's
I
not
said
bad. He's Eagles 01.
He's a little. He's
Eagles
a little.
01. Interesting name.
Yeah.
a little
There's no
long
way
in
he's
the-
going to cost you anything.
I mean,
He's a little
he
long in
he
the
is
tooth.
mediocre, but I
But-
mean,
That's why I want
He's long in the tooth, but you know what? He's a possession receiver, and he doesn't drop the ball.
yeah.
Mataraki on Lazy Bookie at AM to PM. He says, why not bring in Taco Charlton for a tryout?
Taco Charlton. Yeah, but I have a Cowboys fan as a friend that he hated Taco Charlton.
Okay, but Kyle,
We don't have anyone.
What
I
about bringing
understand
in
that.
a guy like Larry Fitzgerald?
I think they signed Taco.
Nah, he's there for life.
they waived him, didn't they?
Let me see.
Someone signed him?
Yeah.
Who signed him?
Miami.
Miami, yeah.
Yep.
Miami
signed
so he-
Taco.
I mean,
Signed him.
what would the harm
Yeah.
of that have been, bringing in him? Former first-round pick,
Well, we
Big
don't.
Ten
Well, we
pass
can't get
rusher.
him anymore, so it doesn't matter.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, he said Larry Fitzgerald. He's a lifer. He's not leaving Arizona.
Oh, yeah, no,
We
to
almost
try
got Larry Fitzgerald in
to
2008.
try to win.
That would have been
win.
nice.
Try to
but
win. I mean, he's only got maybe a year.
What did
or
the
two
Cardinals
left,
do?
but
They
he's-
tied, they lost to the Ravens, and they lost to the Panthers.
Mhm.
So
They
they're
gave him a good
winless.
fight.
They're
They
0-2
gave.
and 1.
Yep.
They
Well, they gave the
every
Ravens.
game.
They gave the Rand. Yeah, they have been in every.
They
game.
got housed by the Panthers. Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen played a big game.
Yep. He did. He
He's
needs
another one
Cam.
that played well, and Mason Rudolph played pretty well from what I
He
understand.
did. He did. Where is he from? He's,
Ralphie said that
Pittsburgh.
Ralphie said we need to learn our sports because we didn't know Taco Charlton signed with the Dolphins.
Well, I said he signed with the Dolphins.
Well, I missed it. So
I didn't know
Ralphie
he
says
signed.
we gotta-
I didn't know
we
he
gotta learn our
signed with the
sports.
Dolphins. I knew he got cut.
But anyway, Brad, going around the NFC East, the Eli Manning era is over in New York. Danny Dimes Jones comes in, and you get a big win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the road.
Finally,
Kyle owes me $20 too. I have the Facebook thread to prove it.
Wait, what was this?
Yeah, you did
Giants.
say they're going to win.
I said there. I said
You
that
said
the
it.
said a
Giants.
Giant.
You
All
said
right.
it on this program
All right.
last week that they were going to win.
All right, I
But
guess
they-
I owe
We'll
someone
find,
$20.
We'll find something.
But,
we'll find
the,
something else. Your money's no good here.
Danny Dimes played a hell of a game yesterday.
He can run.
He looked phenomenal, dude, and that scares the shit out of me.
The touchdown he scored late was very impressive.
Yeah.
The way he stepped up into the pocket and then just ran it in. I mean, that's something Eli never did.
And then-
that
No,
was
because
the problem.
Eli's slow.
What did they play
Well,
half?
yeah, he's 100 years old. He can't run anymore.
What did they play half the game without Saquon Barkley?
They play half the game without Saquon Barkley.
More than half the game.
But
because
the
he came
other
back out.
the other
after
touchdown
halftime.
the other touchdown that he ran for was also impressive. They had the ball lined up. I believe they had I think they had trips to the left, and he faked a handoff to the left side,
Mhm.
and then he went and he ran it. He ran at an angle right to the pylon on the far side of the right side of the end zone, and he beat the entire Tampa team to the pylon and got the touchdown. And you know what? That's a good play.
It is a good play.
That's a good play, and that's another play that Eli could not make because Eli can't run
because Eli stinks.
because he's slow. He just can't move anymore. That's why Eli is not on the team anymore. He's not starting anymore
But-
because he can't extend.
Do you think he's a Hall of
plays.
Famer,
Yes.
Eli?
Yes.
I don't.
I don't either.
2 Super Bowl wins? Absolutely. 2 Super Bowl MVPs?
I know.
Yeah, don't try to minimize the fact that he won the Super
I
Bowl
know.
twice.
Robert
which
Ory.
is what you guys
It
always
was
do.
the defense, though. Let's be real.
Robert Ory is the best
No.
basketball player of all time.
Brad, it
because
was
he
the
has
defense.
he has
Brad, it was
7
100% the
rings.
defense.
He was not the quarterback of the team. Eli Manning was the quarterback of the team, and he raised his level of play in big games.
One of the Super Bowls he won, I think they were 9-7, and one of the Super Bowls he won, they were 10-6. So that means
they
that
won,
means
they
he's
won-
only good for the
they won
playoffs,
in-
which isn't a
they
bad
won
thing.
in-
I understand
they
that,
won
but
they won in Green Bay.
okay.
You worship Nick
They
Foles.
won-
That's the only time he's
they
ever
won-
good.
Nick
they
Foles
won
was
against-
actually good at the end of the regular season last
Kyle,
year.
they
That
won 2 games.
Yes, he
in-
was.
Did he not win 2 games in Lambeau Field?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Did he win in Dallas when Dallas was 14-2?
He did.
The only one seed
Okay.
to ever lose their
What do you
first playoff
what do you
game.
want?
The
What more do you
Cowboys.
what more do you want out of him?
I mean, I
Did
don't
he-
I
did
don't
he
want
go into
anything
San
out
Fran-
of him.
Did he go into San Francisco and get the living crap beat out of him and still managed to find a way to win that game?
Yeah, because I almost
Yes.
punched my uncle in the face because he's a Giants fan. He was like, "How are your
Did he
Eagles
not-
doing?" And I was like,
Did he
"Fuck you."
not lead the Giants down the field with 2 minutes to go against maybe one of the greatest teams in the history of football in 2007 and win against the undefeated Patriots?
Though you know the one play that should have got called dead, where he was in the grasp, and the guy was
He
just
was not in
looking,
the
looking,
grasp.
looking.
David
He couldn't-
Tyree.
Yeah.
He was not in the grass.
It should got called.
Oh, stop.
It should have.
You play the game, okay?
I'm
It's
not the only one that
football.
thinks
It's football. It's not dancing, okay? It's football.
Yeah, it's football to you because
It's
it worked out in
football.
your favor.
He did not have.
If
it's
Tom
tackle
Brady,
football,
if Michael
not
Strahan
not
had a
two-hand
hold of
touch.
Tom Brady and Tom Brady launched the ball straight up in the
If
air
Michael
to
Strahan-
some bum receiver and it
If
didn't
Michael
get called
Strahan-
dead, he
let me-
would have freaked out.
Yeah,
me tell you
he would have
something.
broke his TV.
It's
If
like
Michael-
numbnuts over here
if
freaking
Michael
out about
Strahan-
Herman getting suspended when
if-
if Herman was on the Red Sox, he'd freak out.
Yeah, that was fucked up. What?
If Michael Strahan got a hold of Tom Brady would be on the ground.
Okay.
Okay.
Michael Strahan's a beast. I know that.
Oh, well, he's
And
trying
they got
make
to
a
Tom
point.
Brady a decent amount of times in that game.
Well, yeah, their defense was.
Yeah, that's why they
outstanding that
won
game.
the Super Bowl.
They won the Super Bowl because in the last 2 minutes of the game, Eli put together a great drive.
Yeah, it's the
just
only
like
2 minutes
just,
of the game.
just like he did against the Packers, like he did against the Cowboys, and then the second go around, he did the same damn thing. He played some great football in that playoff series too.
Okay.
So I don't know what you wanted out of the guy. When they had a good team, he was able to guide them to 2 Super Bowl champions, not 1, 2. He was the Super Bowl MVP twice. He didn't miss a football
Well,
game.
Mario
in
Manningham caught the one
15
pass to
He
keep that one
didn't miss
alive.
a football game in 15 years due to injury.
Because he never ran. He never did anything. He just stayed in the pocket.
He got that is
So
a
does Drew
testament.
Brees.
Okay.
So does
Drew
Tom
Brees
Brady.
actually kind of went mobile at times. You know,
When?
Eli couldn't move. Eli was a statue, like a pure statue.
Okay, and so is Brady.
Not really. He runs though. Brady runs. He doesn't run as much, but he runs. Remember when he went out for that catch?
Yeah,
he runs.
when Manning first came into the league, he could run.
Eli.
Yeah, he could run.
He ran like a 5.5.
He could
He
move
was
a
okay.
little
He
bit.
could move a little bit when he first came in. He's old. He's
He ran
37
slower
years
than
old.
Jameis Winston.
He's 37 years old, and he's been hit a lot, but he never missed a game due to injury.
Okay.
He had some of the funniest fucking faces.
All right.
Yeah.
That was
Let's
great.
time out. I don't want to talk about an Eli Manning Hall of Fame debate for the next hour and a half.
It would be-
you
it would be
asked.
easy,
You
too.
asked.
It would be easy too.
Getting back to the
Daniel
2019 version of the New York Giants and Daniel Jones, two things that can't be ignored. I know the Giants are all hot and excited. Some people think that the Giants are going to win more games than the Eagles, according to my social media feed.
I never said that. You never heard that from me.
I think I have a text here from Kyle that says it.
Well, Kyle may
In
have
our
said
group
something.
chat.
I didn't say they're going to win more games. than the
Ralph
Eagles.
Delvecchio says, "Bro, I'm done. Laugh out loud, la la la. Brady can't run for shit. La la la."
No, he
la.
can't. Ralphie's right. Neither, and Drew Brees was never mobile.
No.
Yeah.
So just because you know,
I can't ignore the
John
fact with the
Unitas,
Giants.
John Unitas was never ran either.
But Janoris Jenkins got toasted
He got
yesterday.
smoked
They
by Mike
picked
Evans.
on him.
Wait, who's this?
They didn't pick on him.
Janoris Jenkins.
Oh yeah, I
They
was
didn't
watching
pick
the
on him.
stream of these
He
two
couldn't
Giants
come-
fans
I-
when they threw it over him. They were like, "What the fuck? This guy
But
sucks."
Janoris Jenkins could not cover Mike Evans. It was that simple.
But
He
my
couldn't
point
cover
being
him.
is the Giants' defense is still
The Giants'
bad.
defense is still the worst defense in the NFL right now.
Mm.
And until they fix that, okay, they're going to struggle.
And
Now-
you don't have 4 to 8 week absence for Saquon Barkley.
Absolutely, that's a huge
So-
loss. And if anything happens to Gorman, then they're really in trouble because then they don't have a running back. They're probably going to have to sign a running back just to have an extra depth
They
because
can
Right.
sign. They can sign Josh Adams.
they're gonna have to sign somebody because you can't have one running back on the team.
No.
You know, so somebody's going to get signed. So
And the Giants, they're probably gonna win next. They're probably gonna win next week. They play these Washington Redskins that we're watching right now on Monday Night Football.
Yep.
Redskins, Case Keenum actually on the move. Case Keenum threw a dreadful pick six. The Bears are up 7-0 in the football game. Rounding out the NFC East action over the weekend, the Dallas Cowboys absolutely smoked the Miami Dolphins. The
Ooh,
Miami
fuck.
Dolphins are a sad, pathetic
Wow.
embarrassment to the NFL. how they're doing business is just unacceptable. And the Cowboys look good, even though they haven't played anybody yet.
Well, now, let's be
Jayhawk-
honest. The Cowboys
never mind.
were only ahead 10-6, and
Yeah.
the Dolphins had first and goal. Okay?
Yeah, but the Dolphins.
And then the Dolphins fumbled the ball, and then that was it. That was in the first half. That was right at the end of the first half. And then they fumbled the ball on first and goal, and then that was it. They got
folded.
destroyed. You got
they
destroyed
do what
after
bad
that.
teams do when they face adversity.
J-Hot's coming with the Wentz hate. He said Wentz doesn't command the team. He needs to put down the Bible and strap on a pair of balls, at least on game days.
There's no merit. Look, if you want to go back to some of the games last year where he was playing with a broken back and say he didn't play good enough, I 100% agree with you. But if you could look me in the face and tell me that Carson Wentz has been the problem with this team over the first 3 games of this season, you don't know football. You don't know sports.
I think the whole team just hasn't been
Nobody makes plays except for Carson. Until Malcolm Jenkins blocked that field goal with a minute left.
They don't seem to. They've played one good half of football all season, to be quite honest with you, and that was the second half against the Redskins.
And someone on YouTube says, wait, who was this? I got to see. They saw, okay. So, Philly 0024 says Cowboys literally have played the worst teams in the league. Yeah, but they've won.
They're 3-0.
Yeah,
3-0 is 3-0.
That's not true. The Buffalo Bills have played the worst teams in the league, too.
Yeah.
And they're 3-0.
And they're 3-0.
Surprise,
The
3-0.
Jets, the Giants, and the Bengals.
3-0 is 3-0, though.
I know.
I actually had the Bengals in an upset, and they were this close. That close.
They were getting smoked, and then they came back late.
Yeah.
Made it close.
Yep.
The Bills are a tough team. They're well coached with McDermott.
Got a good defense.
And Josh Allen wins. And he's mobile.
He hasn't been all that good, though. But
But he's always going to be that player that's just good enough. He's never going to be flashy. He's big, strong, and fast.
I mean, he's never thrown for 300 yards.
Who are we talking about?
Josh Allen.
I think he's gonna be good. I like
He already is good.
I like.
okay.
I like.
He's
I
not
like
bad.
his quickness on his feet. He has a cannon.
I like
He
the
does
fact
have
that
a
he can.
cannon.
Yeah.
I like the fact the way he extends plays. I do like that. I do like that.
Yeah.
If Buffalo really had a big time receiver, it would definitely help.
Keon Jordan on Facebook says we are just bad as a whole team.
Hey guys, quick question, okay? Aaron Donald or Khalil Mack?
Aaron Donald. It's not even that hard, honestly.
Yeah.
I think Aaron Donald's a fucking savage.
Aaron
Did you
Donald's
see the
way
play
too good.
yesterday where they were double teaming him, and he just kind of
Just
went?
pushed him aside.
Yeah, he kind of just took his hands and put him in the middle of the two guys and pushed them out of the way and went charging up the middle.
He was the #1 rated player in the league last year.
I'll tell you what though, Khalil Mack, the way he's playing tonight,
Yeah,
I've been watching. I've been watching him
too.
He's good.
Khalil
They're
Mack
both
is
good.
Khalil Mack is he's involved in every play.
Yep.
He never takes a play off, and if you take a look, every tackle on the line of scrimmage, it seems like he's involved.
Yep.
Eileen Pompey, thanks for listening. Eileen, my Pats are 3-0, hoping to get the Super Bowl again this year. They probably will. Josh Gordon looks sober. He looked great. Tom Brady looked great. Their defense, which we talked about pre-show, looks the best it's ever been.
They've given up 3 points. The defense has given up 3 points.
How about
in
this
3
one,
games.
Rob? Aaron Donald or Myles Garrett?
Myles Garrett's a stud, but it's still
Aaron Donald. Yeah. Beat up. Asked that
Maybe
question.
in a couple of years, Myles Garrett can take that away from Aaron Donald. because
Garrett's
I do
good.
think he's
Myles
really
Garrett's
good.
very good.
He's really good. He terrorized it. I know it was just the Jets, but he terrorized the Jets in that Monday Night Football game.
Yep.
3 sacks, bunch of hurries. Really good player.
Yeah. Philly 0024 says, can we talk about the Eagles? How the Eagles are allergic to drafting good wide receivers and cornerbacks? I mean, it's pretty simple. We are allergic to drafting not only that, good players.
That's
You
like
know?
us drafting
Yeah, but-
offensive linemen.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest Sidney Jones fan in the world.
I never
but
was.
You don't
I
know
never
that
was.
he's not a good player. You don't know that Arcega-Whiteside
He was
is
going to be a
not
good player. Sidney Jones was going to be a good player, but the Achilles injury.
It's a
killed him.
devastating
Yeah, it
injury.
killed him.
We're gonna see how he bounces back. This is a
Yeah.
make or break year.
That's
for
a
him.
tough injury
But-
for a cornerback.
I trade him for Jalen Ramsey.
Oh yeah, of course you would.
I would trade him and 2 firsts for Jalen Ramsey, honestly. If that gets Jalen Ramsey in the building, that's what I would do. Anything to get Jalen.
Yeah, but I would like my secondary to be
Oh, that would be bolstered.
Ramsey, Sidney Jones, and Maddox in the slot.
I love Maddox personally, but I think he's having a slow start to the season, which is all right, I guess.
Okay.
But
By the way, you guys did watch the Rams and the Browns last night.
Yeah,
Very-
I had money on
Okay.
it. I took the Rams -4.5.
You watch Cooper Kupp. Are you going to tell me that Cooper
He's
Kupp
good.
wouldn't have been a major factor if he played in the Super Bowl last year?
He's really good. Yeah.
He is
He's quick.
Yeah, he is really good. And you know what? He's not just the hands and the speed, but you know what? He's got some moves after he catches the ball.
You know who else still has it? Clay Matthews.
Yes, he does.
Still has it.
Yes, he does. I mean, the Rams are just
They're
so
loaded.
they are so loaded. Gurley looks like he's back. I mean, a lot
Not
of people.
really. Like he kind of had a bad game yesterday.
He was okay. He was okay.
He
The
rushed for like
Browns have a-
49 yards.
yeah, but the Browns have a good defensive line. I mean, you're not gonna run for that many yards against that team.
Chubb is pretty good.
Chubb is very good.
Yeah.
Chubb is very good. It should be interesting when Kareem Hunt gets back. How much?
A 1-2 dynamic.
Yeah,
Woo.
that's gonna be really interesting.
Eileen Pompey, the Eagles are playing lousy. Thomas Simpson, as long as we beat the Cowboys, we will make the playoffs. Did the Giants lose? Yes, the Giants lost. Eileen Pompey was a big fan of Chris Long, even on your Eagles team. I love to lick his chest.
Did the Giants lose? No, the Giants won.
Eagles champs won, says DK
Yeah,
Metcalf.
the Giants won. Yeah, you're
He
right.
wanted DK Metcalf over JJ. I think a lot of people did.
I mean, DK Metcalf can only run straight.
Yeah, but is he
He has
better than
no
JJ
lateral.
though?
You don't know that yet. It's been 3 games in his pro career.
I don't really like
Am
him.
I angry at him for dropping that touchdown pass at the end of the game?
That he
You
should
betcha.
catch, yeah.
Absolutely, he should catch it. Carson High pointed the ball perfect. All he had to do was jump a little bit and grab the ball, and he couldn't do it. It was very frustrating.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to label J.J. Arcega-Whiteside a bust 3 games into his NFL career. Just like I'm not, even though I am unimpressed by Miles Sanders' start to his career, I don't see what Doug sees in him. I see a potential decent player. I don't really see a top 5 back in the league, top 10 back in the league in Miles Sanders. Maybe I'll be wrong, but I'm not labeling Miles Sanders a bust because I'm mad he fumbled the game away yesterday.
Should we give a call to Chris Long? Because Eileen likes Chris Long.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't you think he'd help?
Yeah. Tremendously.
So, maybe you got to pony up some dough and get Long in here.
Yep.
I'd be all for it.
Absolutely.
All right, Frank, let's take our break. Sports Hounds will be back right after this on A2D Radio. Talk about the razor-thin AL and NL wildcard, some college football, and then we will do our early leans, previewing next weekend's college and pro football action. Sports Hounds will be back right after this. Welcome back, Sports Hounds, A2D Radio, live from the Real Talk Studios. As always, brought to you by Gibson Mara LLC. There are certified public accountants. Make them yours too. Visit GibsonMaraLLC.com for more details on their services. Kicking around the poll question: is the Eagles season over? Agree, disagree? As always, our poll question is brought to you by Specialized Physical Therapy with the Doc Paul Moyer. 3 convenient locations, no appointment necessary. Talk some baseball now.
Let's do it.
New York Yankees clinch. The Astros clinch. AL wildcard, NL wildcard. That's really the only thing left to be determined. Both races are razor thin.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the Nationals are going to be hosting the National League wildcard game.
Now
Again,
they're tied with the Brewers now.
they're tied with the Brewers.
The Brewers
now.
are
Yeah, the
hot.
Brewers are
The
hot,
Brewers,
hot, hot.
the Brewers
They
lost
both are-
Christian Yelich,
Yeah,
and then
they
been
got
on fire
better.
since.
They're both 16 games over
They
500.
lost the MVP and got better. Go figure.
Yeah, they're both 16 games
That'll
over
be
500.
That'll be. I'm not betting against. If Washington's participating,
I think Washington's gonna win that game.
Yeah, I would
yeah,
think
well,
so.
they got.
Yeah.
They're gonna have.
They're
Mad
better
Max
without
on the hill.
Bryce, which is weird. You know, they just click better. You know, I thought they were going to win division, honestly, because I like their lineup. I like Soto.
Oh, I like
Um,
their pitching.
Yeah, but they could afford to
Rendon.
get rid of Harper because they have Robles and Soto on the farm.
Harper was the MVP, though.
Yeah, one time
Yeah,
Yeah.
you won.
they addressed their pitching instead of signing Harper.
Yeah, which is good for them.
Well, which is what the Phillies tried to do as well, but
But they
everyone
suck.
They got hurt. Everyone got hurt.
Yeah,
How did the Redskins get no points on that drive?
because they suck.
No, because Khalil Mack forced a couple of holding penalties is what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Khalil Mack is he's so good.
But-
The Redskins right now haven't figured out how to at least slow him down. It's not a question of blocking. I'm just like slow him down a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
so he's not like running full speed at the quarterback all
Right.
the time.
Yeah.
And then you have the AL wild card. You
what
got
a
3
race that
teams
is.
for 2
What
spots.
a race that is.
3 teams within 1 game of each other. You have the 2 lowest payrolls in baseball, Oakland and Tampa,
and the
and
Indians.
Cleveland.
That's phenomenal. Yeah.
who's not a big market team by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah,
They had
they-
to give up Trevor Bauer in the middle of a pennant race because they're not going to be able to afford to pay him next year.
Yep.
Yeah, but they got a that was a baseball trade. They got themselves a big time hitter in
And it
Yasiel
does look like
Puig.
Jose Ramirez will make his return tomorrow for the Indians. So they'll
Wow,
have him
how
for the
about
last
that?
couple days of the season.
Yeah,
Woo!
that's not
I missed
that's
him.
not going to be fun.
How
Whoever
about
has to play
Mr.
him.
Carlos Santana this year?
Yeah, he's having one.
He's
hell
been
of a season.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Indoors unbelievable. Jose Ramirez, he was killing it, but
Listen,
then he got hurt.
the Indians
They don't even have
are not going to
Kluber
be a fun team to play in the playoffs.
Nah.
if they get in.
Well, the Yankees are going to beat everybody, so we're all right.
I do think the Yankees are going to win the World Series. I think
Yeah.
they're the favorites to do that. I think they're going to beat the Astros in the
Oh,
ALCS.
just so that everybody knows, here are some injury updates, at least from what I've gotten.
Mhm.
Okay, sounds like Edwin Encarnacion is going to be back
The
on
Parrot.
Wednesday.
Yep.
Gary Sanchez will be back
Mm-hmm.
Friday.
It's going to be scary.
So yeah, so when you look at their offense, okay, I'm assuming they're going to sit Gio because Gio is only hitting 240 in September. He seems to be the guy that's cold right now.
Yeah.
You look at their offense, you're going to have DJ at third, Didi at short, Torres at second, Luke Voigt at first. Edwin is going to be the DH.
Yep.
Stanton in left, Gardner in center, Judge in right.
It's
That
so
is-
unfair.
If Houston thinks they got a better lineup than the Yankees, then they're delirious.
It's an all-star team. I love
that
it.
is one of
The Astros have a good lineup in their own right.
Not as
It's
good as
not
the
as good
Yankees.
as that one, but
Yeah.
no.
the
Yankees,
Astros are a starting pitching team.
they have 3 very good starting pitchers. I'll give you
And
that.
Wade Miley's no slouch either.
Wade Miley hasn't gotten past the first inning in 3 of his last 4 starts.
Well,
He's not that good.
he's gonna be in the
cooled
bullpen.
off a little bit.
Yeah.
He's had
Who's
on
gonna
the
be their-
whole, he's had a
By
good
the way,
season.
he did. But who's going to be their 4th pitcher now?
For who?
Uh,
Well, they have
Houston.
Greinke, Cole, Verlander, and probably Miley.
Verlander's gonna pitch.
Miley. The Yankees have always crushed him.
You only need 3 pitchers in the playoffs.
Verlander's pitching every 3rd day.
Yeah.
Every 3rd day.
He's
Yeah.
gonna pitch on 3 days rest.
Nah.
Go ahead.
Not
Go
th-
ahead.
not at the beginning.
Go ahead. Let's see.
Unless they're down.
If there's a somewhat significant game where
And
they
he
can
won't
put a
get, and he
team
won't
away.
be able to pitch more than 5 innings. So go ahead.
Let me ask you a
Pitch him on
question.
3 days rest.
Are the MLB playoffs your favorite type of playoffs out of every single sport?
No, March Madness.
I like March Madness.
No, I like MLB playoffs.
My favorite
NHL too.
NHL is
'Cause
probably my
anything can
favorite.
happen.
My only problem with the NHL is that there's too many games.
Yeah. Well, the MLB playoffs are the shortest, and
Why? Because there's less team. I get it. Because there's a lot of rounds in NBA and NHL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think too many. I mean, I've said it all along. I think too many teams make the playoffs, and they play too many games. I mean, everything's a best of 7. It's too much.
the Fall Classic, gotta love it.
But
Yankees are in it, so let's go.
They're oh yeah, absolutely.
It kind of stinks we don't get that rematch with the Phillies, but whatever.
Would you rather play the wild card team or the Minnesota Twins?
Minnesota
Twins.
without a doubt, by a mile.
because none of their pitchers,
I can't argue with you.
none of their
Yeah.
pitchers can stop us.
Yep.
And we have 3 pitchers who are pitching very, very well right now.
And I don't think
the
Tampa
Twins
Bay.
might steal a game. They might. They
Nah.
might back
Okay.
away
We
from
own
a
that team
game.
historically.
yeah, historically they never beat. They never.
I get
lose
it, but
in
they
the
do
playoffs
have
to
their
them.
lineup's no joke. They might steal a game from you because of their lineup.
I agree. That could happen.
Nah, I think we're gonna sweep them. To be honest with you,
Nah, I could see Minnesota.
that's when we turn it on.
So the Yankees win the first 2 games. Maybe
Easily.
Minnesota wins Game 3, and then the Yankees come back and win Game 4, and then that's it.
Eh.
And
don't know.
what's the Yankee? What is it? Paxton.
Paxton,
Paxton,
Sevy,
Severino, and Tanaka.
Tanaka, big game Tanaka.
Yep.
I mean, Severino looks scary good coming off injury.
Yeah,
Yeah, he looks fresh
I bet
and
you
everything.
he's been healthy for a while. I bet, and they've just been saving him for the
probably.
stretch
Yeah,
run.
I wouldn't doubt
Probably,
it.
yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. That's
Same with
not a-
Stanton.
And then we got rid of Domingo. Stinks.
You didn't get rid of Domingo.
Tec-
He
well,
was
technically, we
suspended.
agreed to his domestic thing, so
It's
whatever.
a shame. It's a shame because
Yeah, we could have used him, but
yeah, but you know what though? He was over his innings limit, and he wasn't going more than 3 to 4 innings of effective baseball. His last really good game that he pitched was against the Dodgers.
he won 17 games this year, though.
18.
18.
Yeah, he won 18 games.
Why are
He
you
was really
putting
good.
an innings limit on pitchers when you're trying to win a World Series?
Because he had never pitched more than I think 110 innings, and he was up to like
That's
160.
such crap. This
Yeah,
innings
it's
limit
bullshit,
they
I
put in,
know.
guys.
But that's
Remember-
what they do. I mean,
Remember in 2012, the Nationals were loaded and had the World Series basically won, and then Mike Rizzo just shut down Steven Strasburg because he got the 200 innings.
Yeah,
It's like no.
that was stupid. You're in the
That
you're in
playoffs.
the, you're in
that
the middle
was
of a pennant.
ridiculous.
You're in the middle of a pennant race and you shut down your ace.
It's stupid.
Ride him out. Tell him to show up in June. Tell
but
him to
then
show
again, you look at what happened
Tell him
to
to
Matt.
show up June 1st the following
Whew,
season.
that's a
Oof,
penalty.
That should be a late hit. But you know what? You look at what happened to Matt Harvey, and you can sort of understand though.
Yeah, but Matt Harvey was different because he had him pitching in the 9th inning, and it was way over the pitch count. It was like 125,
But
I think.
but he blew way past his innings limit too.
yeah,
After having Tommy John surgery.
Matt Harvey was a stud.
Okay, but
Yeah.
this was pre Tommy John for Strasburg.
I know. I'm just saying though. You know, sometimes when you go over your limit, some of these guys just aren't the same. And again, with Domingo Germán, it's a moot point because Domingo Germán is suspended. And you know, it would have been nice to have him. But
Yeah, especially in the
Domingo
bullpen.
Germán would have been would have
Got
happened.
really
was
good stuff.
You would have
You
had
don't think you're gonna feel that loss?
you would have
at
had
all?
Chad you would have had Chad Green, then Germán, then Happ for game 4.
Mhm.
Now it's gonna be probably Happ starting.
We can't do it.
So you're gonna play games. You're gonna play opener.
No,
games?
now they're not. No, Happ is going to pitch game 4. Is going to pitch game 4. Happ's been pitching
Why?
because he's been pitching really well in the
Yeah,
last
I
month.
wouldn't pitch him.
Well,
Just go with those 3. Go with Paxton, Sevy, and Tanaka, and that's
you're
it.
not going to pitch them on 3 days rest.
You're not going to pitch them on 3 days rest. You're going to have a day in between. At least once.
Yeah, to travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have one game in between.
Yeah.
But one day. So you're going to still have to pitch 4 pitchers.
Maybe. Depending on the circumstance.
I don't like pitching pitchers on 3 days rest.
I mean, that's the playoffs, though.
I know, but they're never good on 3 days rest, and you can't. They're never able to throw a lot of pitches. They're good for like 4 or 5 innings. I mean, I like to see my pitchers at least go 6, and then with our bullpen, then they only have to pitch maybe 2/3 of an inning.
I
to
would
an
sit
inning.
Taylor Gabriel. I had him on fantasy, and I sat him. Damn, my luck.
Hate to see it.
My luck.
Who do you think the AL MVP is?
Trout.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Trout.
My buys self tells me DJ.
DJ, yeah, but Trout
But-
has better numbers.
Yeah, he does. Hey, he did get injured though, so that could change
Yeah,
things.
he injured
Yeah,
last
but his numbers
week and
are
a half
so
of the
much
season.
better than everybody else.
You don't
Yeah.
think he's toughing that out if the Angels are in it?
Probably.
How about Jorge Soler?
Unbelievable season.
What about Xander Bogaerts?
No.
Maybe.
He's had an unbelievable season too.
Maybe.
Not
those two
Bogart.
players-
You guys are confusing Bogarts and the third baseman.
No, Xander
Xander
Bogaerts.
Bogaerts and Devers are both
Devers
having
has had a much better year than Bogarts.
I don't think so.
Oh, come on.
Xander's been better
No.
with
you're
the
wrong.
with the glove and the bat. Yeah.
the bat.
I hate the Red Sox. Xander's probably the best shortstop in the league.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah. See.
I don't disagree with that, but let me I'm gonna check the numbers real quick because
Devers kind of faded a little bit down the stretch.
Yeah. He's a pussy.
well yeah, he's a Red Sox, so what do you expect?
What about NL MVP?
I gotta go with Yelich.
Yelich over Belly?
Yeah.
I'm a Bellinger guy there.
Now Bellinger didn't get hurt, so I gotta go with him.
Yeah, but it's the same as Trout. I mean, Yelich got hurt
Let's
with
see,
like a
31
week and a half left in the season.
Devers
Doesn't-
numbers 31, 112, 307. Boy, he went into quite the slump.
What was his
didn't
what was Bogart? What was his OPS?
he? OPS?
It's over 1,000, right?
OPS is 832.
Mm.
I'm sorry, no, it's 910.
Okay.
What's Bogart's?
I'm gonna look up Bogarts now.
Bogarts was a stud this year.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's got to be Trout. Even though I hate having the MVP on a bad team.
Yeah. All right. What'd Tom say?
Tom Arnone checks in. What's up, boys? To the poll question, I disagree. Well, Tom's a smart guy.
Yeah. He's also very
He
biased.
would not dismiss a professional football team 3 games into the season like you, Kyle.
It's okay.
Even Brad's not counting the Eagles
It's
out.
fine.
Look at the jersey.
I just see it differently.
Same numbers basically. 32, 110, 304.
And he's way better at defense.
And his OPS is 931. So they're basically the same offensive player.
Yep.
I guess you got to give it to Trout because Trout is superior. Has
His numbers are
superior numbers to any of those numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah, Xander's better than Rafael.
everyone's leaning towards disagree because the people who are crumbs and think that the season's over, the only one that stepped to the head of the line and owned his opinion is Kyle.
Yeah.
But there's people out there who think the season's over.
Mhm.
A lot of them.
Well, I've given you reasons
And
why I
it's
think it is.
laughable.
I've given
It's
you reasons why.
laughable.
I've given you reasons why I think it is, and they're good reasons. You know, we don't have a pass rush. Without a pass rush, you got nothing. Unless they make a trade for a defensive lineman, which is possible.
They already missed the boat on that because
Yeah.
Jadeveon Clowney should be on this football team.
Yeah, he should be, but he's not.
Okay, Trout, 45 homers, 104 ribbies, 291 average, 438 on base percentage.
438
Oh my
on-
God!
438
on
on
base
base
percentage
percentage
is just
all
crazy.
you need to know, my man.
Wow.
That is just ridiculous.
Yeah, he's an MVP.
That's your MVP, my friend.
Yeah.
That's not even a question.
And then Noah Kuna love for the NL MVP.
Belly.
I'm a Bellinger guy,
Yeah, I gotta go Belly.
and Yelich is obviously in there as well.
I'm going Yelich.
But
Yelich is a stud.
Well, they both are.
Ronald Acuna, he's got 40-40 written all over him in the near future.
Mhm.
If he doesn't get it this year, he's gonna get it.
Oh, Acuna is really good.
He's incredible.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah, and the Braves, Gabe Kapler just figured out today that the Phillies need to win out to make the playoffs.
Oh, we figured that out today.
Yeah, he just figured it out.
Do you think he's coming back?
No.
No.
I
Boy,
mean,
if they
well,
keep him,
do I think he's coming back? Yes, but it's gonna make me sick to my stomach.
if they keep him,
They'd be in the playoffs if they had a competent manager. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like the other night, you got to win every game down the stretch, and he has Brad Miller at third base and Andrew Knapp at catcher because he needs to rest JT Realmuto for the betterment of his career.
Yeah.
With 10 games left in the season, you can't lose any more games. And you're throwing scrubs out there
He knows it's over.
instead of the best.
yeah, but you can't play that way.
He knows it's over.
Yeah, but you can't play that
But
way.
he knows it's over.
Doesn't
can't
matter.
play
No,
that
you
way.
can't
He's
play
being
that.
a good human being, not a piece of shit.
No, you
He's
play.
being a good
you
human
play.
being. Are you
He's
kidding
got
me?
all. He's got
Do you know how
all
much money
winter to
JT
rest.
Realmuto gets paid to play baseball?
Yeah, and he's being your best player this year.
Yeah. So don't you want your best players out there when?
If it matters.
Look at Case Keenum.
Does he suck? Yeah, of course he does.
stinks. You want
let's
your
see.
best players
So
out
guess-
there when
guess
you,
who caused-
when you
guess
have
who
to
caused
win
that?
out.
Guess who caused that fumble?
Khalil Mack's been all over the place.
Oh, they got the ball back?
Yeah, Khalil Mack just forced a fumble. that bear defensive line is just. Look at Khalil Mack. Look at how good he is. Oh my
And
god.
we were down to this team 20-7 at one point. It's embarrassing.
I mean that's what I'm saying about Khalil Mack. Was he walking in or running full speed in?
Yeah. It was walking.
I'm just saying. Listen, you can say Donald, but this guy is just as good. Look at it. He's running to the quarter. It's like a track meet with him. He's so good.
Nah, Donald's better.
I still don't understand why the Raiders traded him.
Because they wanted to get picks. They wanted to get assets for Las Vegas, and they didn't think he was going to stay anyway, so they just got rid of him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Why not
but
get a lot of assets, you know?
They also didn't want to pay him.
Yeah. And plus, he was a one guy. He was one guy on that
They
team.
need the problem with Khalil Mack with the Raiders was that the Raiders weren't ready to win.
No.
So to have a guy like him on the team is kind of stupid because he'd be wasting his career there. Now he's on a team. He's on a very good team. And
You
if
never know in the NFL year to year. You never know.
Yeah,
You
well,
hit on a couple draft picks and your whole outlook changes.
the Chicago Bears, if they score enough points,
There's 50% turnover year to year. In
I
the playoffs
understand
in
that,
the
but the
NFL.
Chicago Bears, if they score enough points each week, if they score 20 points a week, they win because they have the best defense in the league probably.
Yep.
No doubt about it. I don't think it's even close.
Yeah, I mean, other than maybe New England, I mean, they
New
are.
England's been good.
The Rams have a pretty darn good defense too.
Good.
Oh, that's interference.
Yep.
There's the flag.
So
Thank
they're
you.
going to be up 21-0.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be first and goal on the one.
What
Josh
did I say?
Josh
I
Norman,
said 38 to what? No, I said 35. No, what did I say?
I said 20 to 10. It's going to be 21 to nothing now. Look at
Yeah.
look at
They
that
held
boy.
them.
Yeah. The arm bar.
Yeah. These games are so easy to figure out.
You think
Yeah. That Josh Norman was all over him.
He's been a bitch this year.
he's available
He's-
if they
Josh
go
Norman?
south?
Maybe.
He's getting old though.
He's better than what we have. Well, that was easy.
Wow.
Taylor
Gabriel again!
I hate
Oh
to
my
see
God!
You
I
hate
know.
to-
The
you
games
hate
are
to see
so
it.
easy to figure out, but Taylor
Not
Gabriel's on your
players
fantasy
wise. I
bench.
never said that.
You just
said the games in
the
general.
If the games are so easy to figure out.
The
you
games
think
are
you-
easy to figure out.
A
No
real
nuts.
genius like you would figure out who's going to score every touchdown,
All right.
which you don't because the games aren't easy to
They
figure
are
out.
when you're saying matchups with teams. Yeah, they are. That's why we're gonna get dismantled by Green Bay. Only an idiot thinks we're gonna win that game.
I
Oh, stop
guarantee.
it.
I
That's
guarantee.
not nice.
I guarantee.
I never said I was nice.
I guarantee victory on Thursday night.
Okay.
I guarantee it. I stake my
Joe
entire
Willie-
reputation on
Joe
it,
Willie
Kyle.
Brixton.
Yeah.
They're winning the game. They're going to be
And
2
you
and
know what?
2 Friday morning.
He's gonna be walking out. He's gonna be walking out with the fur coat and the hot blonde.
Yeah, and look like Conor McGregor.
Nah,
and
but-
they
No,
get
no,
punched in
he's
the
gonna-
face by
it's Joe-
somebody.
No, he's gonna be Joe Willie Namath with the.
He'll come out of
with
his
the hot
apartment
blonde.
and it's like, "Hey,
and-
what's up,
and-
guys?"
and the,
I'll
fur coat.
boom.
I'm a brunette guy.
and takes his
Oh,
fur
okay.
coat.
I don't.
Well, Joe Willie,
need them
Joe Willie
blondes.
back in the day when he was making that prediction at the pool, had the had the bathing suit on, had the fur coat in the back,
He's probably hammered off his face.
probably,
Have you tried to
and a
kiss
blonde
Suzy
sitting
Colbert?
next to him. Yeah, I remember that. Give me a
Hilarious.
kiss. Give me. I
He's
want to
a
kiss
loose
you.
cannon. He was clearly hammered, and they put
Yeah.
the camera on him on national TV.
Yeah, Ralph. Now the Redskins season is over. Yeah, we were down to this team 20-7. How embarrassing is that?
It's not embarrassing.
It
'cause
is.
They won.
It's very
They
embarrassing.
won the game.
We're the fact that we were
Won the
down
game.
to this team by 14 points is not a good look. This team sucks.
The Redskins.
Yes,
They're not very good.
they suck.
They won,
They suck.
They are bad.
but they won.
They suck.
But they won.
covered the point spread.
yeah.
At the end of the game,
At
they
the
went
end of the game.
90
Doesn't
yards
matter.
down the field.
No one gives a shit that you lost. You got backdoor covered.
I didn't. I took the Redskins in the spread. Because
so then
I'm
who
smart.
cares? The Eagles won, and you won your bet.
Yeah, I
You're so
loved it.
fucking angry all the time. You just want to see red and just kill everybody. say the season's over after 3 games. You sound like a goddamn moron.
Because it is.
It's not over. Like, come
it's
on.
not over after 3 games.
You're right,
Come on.
Brad.
Okay, so when
A
they go,
lot of things can. a lot
okay,
of things
so
happen every
when you
week.
wake up Friday morning, and they're 2-2, and you get an alert from
I'll
Adam
text
Schefter,
you first. How about that?
and you get an alert from Adam Schefter that fucking Jalen Ramsey's
Breaking
a
news. Kyle's
Philadelphia
wrong.
Eagle.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, that's not going to happen. But it's probably good. The Eagles
Might.
are probably going to be 1-3, and they're not going to.
We're not going to get fucking Jalen Ramsey. You're
Jalen
high off
Ramsey.
your
How do you know
ass.
that?
We're not. We have a better chance of getting struck by lightning in this studio than getting Jalen Ramsey. He's staying, or he's going to the Chiefs. Either one.
He's not going to the Chiefs. The Chiefs don't have the draft picks to trade for him because they traded up with the Bills to get Patrick Mahomes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, then it was worth it.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yes.
He's the best QB in the league by far.
Yeah, I mean,
The
Yes.
Seahawks, the Ravens, the Eagles.
Would you trade Wentz for Mahomes?
No, you don't trade a
Come on.
quarterback for you don't. Are you kidding me?
trade
Are you
Wentz,
okay?
Trade Wentz for
Trade
Mahomes?
Carson Wentz
For Mahomes?
For Mahomes?
Yes.
I'd do that in 2 seconds.
I do it in
would too.
a heartbeat.
I thought you
Oh
said
my
Ramsey.
god.
I would
I thought you
drive.
said Ramsey.
Mahomes is the best QB in the league.
I would,
Yeah, I would take.
I would,
that's the
I
only
would
young.
drive- I
That's
would
the only
drive-
young quarterback I would take over.
I would
Carson
drive.
Wentz.
I would drive him to the airport.
I'd pack his bags myself. Be like, come here, Mahomes.
Yeah.
What do you think the Eagles' record will be this season? I say 9-7. That's from Eileen.
Yeah, that's what I think they're going to be.
I'm gonna 10-6. I'm gonna 10-6 it.
For who? The Eagles?
Yeah.
I'll go 8-8.
Oh, look at this. Oh, you let the kicker tackle you? Come on.
Kyle already knew that was gonna happen.
You run the kicker over for God's sakes.
I'll go 8-8. I'll be modest.
Yeah, no, 9-7's about right.
Yeah.
And maybe if it's a lousy league, they might sneak into the playoffs. But
No,
I don't
you're
think
not
it's going to
getting
be. I don't think this year you're getting into the
You're not getting
playoffs.
in without getting 10 wins.
Yeah, I think you got to. I think you may have to get 11 because you know what, Seattle is good. San Francisco is good.
Mm-hmm.
The
Okay.
Rams are looking good.
The Rams are looking good. The Packers are good. The Bears are good. Minnesota is good.
Lions are unbeaten.
The
Nelson
Lions are
Nelson
playing-
Aguilar got in
the
touch
Lions-
with the
the
guy
Lions are
that
playing
made fun
good.
of him. Because he said he was dropping babies out the window and catching them, unlike Aguilar.
What did he say?
Nelson Aguilar was like, someone tagged this man and help me find him. It was funny.
Why? So he can yell at him?
Or punch him, I don't know. Maybe he wants to help him out, I don't know.
Well, if he tries to punch him, we'll probably miss.
Help him out. The guy saving babies from burning buildings
Yeah,
should be
right?
helping out Nelson Aguilar, not Nelson Aguilar helping out that guy.
Oh my god.
What a
Oh
horrendous
boy,
throw.
another interception.
That's going back to the house.
Nah, he was down.
Eileen Pape, I don't know how much about your team. Is Wentz seriously that good? Yeah, he's the only one making plays. He's the only one consistently making plays for this football team.
I'm not making fun of Wentz. I can't do it.
All right, 9:30. Let's preview the college and pro action coming up this week
College and pro. Let's go.
with our early leans. I don't even know if there's any good college
What a
games.
catch!
But
Yeah,
in terms
but
of
one.
football, Notre Dame falls just short against Georgia. Notre Dame certainly didn't get bullied. They didn't get blown out by 1,000,000 points. They covered the point spread.
Yep.
Georgia won. It was an ugly football game.
Mhm.
But, you know, now that Georgia has a marquee signature win, I can put them in the category with LSU and Clemson.
Right.
So now you have 3 legitimate powerhouses, proven powerhouses, at the top of college football. And I guess Alabama would be your 4th.
Now, who are you saying now?
Clemson, LSU, Georgia,
Okay, and Alabama.
and Alabama would be my top 4.
Okay,
Follow Ohio State. I mean, great. You won 76-5 over Miami of Ohio.
that's not a big deal.
Great. Oklahoma hasn't played anybody yet. Auburn, they'd probably be my 5th team because they beat Oregon, and they just beat Texas A&M this weekend. They're gonna play Mississippi State next weekend.
Big game.
Mississippi State, well
Wait,
coached.
who's playing who?
Auburn versus Mississippi State.
Auburn's gonna win that
I don't
game.
know. We're gonna see what the points
Bo
spread
Nix,
are.
baby.
I love Bo Nix.
Yeah, I do too.
Tell you what, that guy Fromm on Georgia, he is a very good quarterback.
Yeah. And DeAndre Swift, St. Joe Prep.
Yeah.
Jake from State Farm.
Eileen Pompey went to Temple. She's proud of her Owls, even though they lost.
Even though they got waxed.
They got waxed by Buffalo this weekend. They got a good win.
Buffalo
Over
was pretty good though.
Maryland.
Buffalo.
Yeah, they hung with Penn
They
State
were
for a half.
17-point underdogs.
Who, Buffalo?
Yeah.
Well, that's the
Yeah,
first.
but they've improved
Buffalo's
a
not good.
They've improved a lot in the last few years. They've built their program up to
Yeah, because
be
they used to have Khalil Mack, and they got rid of him. And well, he went to the draft, and then they haven't been the same. Buffalo's not good though.
They've improved a lot since they've improved a lot. They used to be one of the worst teams in the country. They're not that anymore.
Yeah, because they're in the MAC. The conference is pretty shitty.
Yeah, that's true.
Gabriel again? Are you fucking kidding me? Come on, I could have won. Oh well, it happens. What's the? I'm gonna
Mississippi
check the tube.
State, Auburn. Auburn's laying 11.
Yeah.
I like Mississippi State plus 11 in this game.
Do you like them outright though?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm not going to bet the money line just because.
Pussy.
No, why would I not take 11 points?
Take the money on. If you think they're gonna win,
You
take
get
the
a
money
better-
on.
Said
you get better
I
odds.
know how the money line works, Brad. Thank you. I'm a stone cold degenerate gambler.
Just reminding you.
I'm just take my 11 and live to fight another day.
Take your 11 and go to the bank. I can't disagree with you.
Yeah,
A lot of points.
Boy, Trubisky is looking just
dominant.
jolly.
What's the good
jolly
college
good.
game that I'm missing?
All right, so there was one. It was the ESPN game. I think it's.
Maryland Penn State.
No, fuck that game. Hold on, I'll check. Hold on.
Penn State should win that game.
Penn State's laying 6.5. I like Maryland in the points there.
Penn State should win the game, though.
Okay, so the 8:00 game is. What
There's
the fuck?
nothing.
There is nothing. We have Ohio State and Nebraska, which is on ABC.
Ohio State's going to kill them.
Hell yeah,
Great.
they are.
Nebraska stinks.
We have
All
the
right.
game of the week up here. We have Rutgers at Michigan.
Oh.
Michigan is laying 27.5.
All right, let's get to week.
Terrible loss, by the way, by Rutgers to Boston
Yeah, I
College.
know. We should have
That
won that
is
game.
I got to tell you,
Boston
our
College
friend,
lost to
our friend,
Kansas.
Kansas at
outright,
home.
Outright.
our friend,
They were 23-point.
our friend Chris
favorites.
Ash
He sucks.
is
Ugh.
getting himself into some very hot water right now
What did he
with the
do?
alumni because they lost that game to Boston College. They're starting.
What? I'd
to,
bring Greg Schiano. I'd bring him back. I like Greg.
if he come
Boy,
back.
We're losing
He
all
come
our,
back.
We're losing all our contacts.
Yeah, I know.
Phil Martelli got fired. Now Ash is going to get fired.
Yep.
We get new contacts.
Yeah. Well, at least we have Jim Jackson still. Flyers.
Flyers action October 4th
Can't wait.
over in Switzerland.
Switzerland. I'm going to the home opener. Where's the Devils?
Yeah, I bought some tickets off Chrome.
Oh, you're going?
Not to that game.
Oh, you picked the Coyotes game, didn't you?
No.
Oh.
I think I'm going against the Canucks and I'm going against the Oilers.
Okay. The Oilers will be a good game. Canucks.
I mean, they were all
eh.
Western Conference games that he was offering,
Yeah.
like not division rivalries.
And they're not appealing, but
Well,
at least
why?
at
You
least
could
you're going.
Wait a minute. You get to see Connor McDavid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they're not
that's why I
really.
picked-
And
that's
Leon.
why I-
and
Yeah, that's
Leon
why I was
Dri-
saying the Oilers are decent.
Yeah, and Leon Draisaitl.
That's not till
Yeah.
March. That's not till
It's not
March.
till
though.
March.
And
I had to
and the
get an early
Canucks.
game.
The Canucks have some really exciting young players
Yeah, the
right
Canucks
now.
suck though.
All right, let's
They
get
got
back
some
to
exciting young players now.
Yeah.
let's get back to early leans. Thursday night football at least I don't know if Kyle's done with the season, so they're my Philadelphia Eagles. They go to Lambeau. They're getting 4.5 points. I love the Eagles in this spot. I love them outright. I will bet the money line in this game, Brad.
How much
Eagles
you gonna bet?
win $11 million, Kyle.
No, seriously, how much you gonna bet?
I don't know, like $30.
That's nothing.
I'm not a man of means, Kyle.
Okay, so
Like,
you're not that
He
confident.
just does it. No, he just does it for fun. That's all.
Oh, so
what
you're-
do you suggest I bet?
Well, if you're gonna tell it,
What are the odds?
if you're gonna say it to with your chest, put up at least 200.
Oh, jeez, that's a lot.
Take a picture, put it on Facebook, saying this
No,
means
because
this much to me.
That's bad luck.
Okay.
When people-
All right, all right, Mr. Backpedal.
That's bad luck. That's
All
not
right.
a backpedal at all. The Eagles are going to win the game. I haven't wavered one iota since we started the show. I'm not going to take a picture of my bet slip like a fucking jabroni and have the gambling gods get mad at me.
You're that confident. Why not do it?
You do it quietly.
don't-
You do it quietly, and
and then
hope
show it
that-
after.
You don't
Right,
shout.
exactly.
Exactly. Not before. Hey, look at me. I'm
Yeah.
a big shot. I bet
It's just
$200
like during-
on
it's
the
just like
Eagles.
during
That's
the
how
game.
that's how you
Yeah.
lose
It's
money.
just like during the game, you never start mouthing off about a game
Yeah.
on Facebook.
Then
during
you'll
the game.
lose, yeah.
Yes, because your foot ends up in your mouth every single time.
Yeah, then he'd become a mush. Then everyone would attack him.
Yes.
All right. And we have Sunday, 1 o'clock. The Carolina Panthers travel to Houston.
Houston.
Houston will pummel
Houston's
them.
laying 5.
Houston.
No Kyle Allen.
He gonna get exposed. There's film on him now.
Good point.
Just like there's going to be film on our friend
I like
Jones.
Houston. I guess I like Houston -5, but I don't feel good about that at all. The Cleveland Clowns and Freddie Kitchen, who is a horrible football coach. He's a horrible.
What did I say at the
he
beginning of the
has-
season about that team? Let's see.
But-
Oh, yeah, they weren't going to make the playoffs.
I don't think that their problem is their on-field talent. I think that their problem is their coach is in way over his head and shouldn't be their coach at all. I think 4 downs, he doesn't get the ball to Nick Chubb once.
How
Nick
about
Chubb
how
was
about
running
it-
good
How
in
about how about
game.
that? How about
What
that
about not
draw
getting
on
the
4 and
ball-
9?
What about not getting the ball to Odell Beckham in
Did
4
you see that play?
plays?
That draw on 4 and 9 where they got stopped.
Yeah.
He gives it to Nick Chubb up the middle.
That was a
Fucking
stupid
idiot.
play.
Yeah.
But first,
must
listen,
be
the
good
end
to
of the
be a
game,
fucking dumbass.
Kyle, end of the game, and you have Odell Beckham, and you're not throwing the ball to him?
Nah, it's weird.
Really? I mean,
It's Cleveland +7. I'm going to take the dog here +7.
No, I'm taking the Rams.
Who are they-
Not the Rams, the Ravens. They bounce back.
Ravens Browns.
oh, I take the Browns +7.
No, Ravens are gonna smack them. Smack.
The
Nah, I think they'll
Kansas
keep it
City
close.
Chiefs travel to Detroit. Detroit is a 6-point home underdog.
I take
Chiefs.
Detroit.
Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs.
It's on the turf. The Lions stink.
Yeah, but they're at
Taking
home.
the Chiefs.
They're at home, and they always play competitively at home. I
Okay.
think they'll keep it
Well,
close.
Then we got that's a good point about their home team.
They did beat the Pats last year.
It's the highest.
They also beat
It's
San
the
Diego.
highest. Hold on.
They beat San Diego at home. They're a good team at home. They've always been a good team at home, except when they were horrible.
Yeah. What did Ralphie say on Facebook?
He wants to know what Jake Friel is doing for the game Thursday. Freddie the Mush, a.k.a. RB. I'm not a mush, buddy. Come on. I'm not a mush.
Oh man.
Rudy Rudiger, not sure who's harder to watch, Eagles or Skins.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Oh, the Skins are harder to watch.
Skins almost
The
beat us.
Skins are really bad.
What's that called when you almost win? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you
you're
lose.
losing.
Yeah. I'm probably going to Xfinity Live on Thursday. Should be hopping. Just so if I'll
Can't watch games like that.
I'll Uber there, and even if they lose, I'll just get hammered and just forget
If
about
you're
it.
Ubering there, just get hammered anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
The L.A. Chargers are traveling to Miami.
Chargers.
Miami is a 16.5-point home underdog.
Oh my God!
I'm taking the
I'll
points.
take San Diego.
I'm taking the points.
I can't. 16.5. I'll take the 16.5.
Chargers aren't that
Wild.
good.
Yeah, but the Dolphins are that bad.
Yeah, but you know what? 16.5
All
points
right,
against a team
here we
that's not that
go.
good.
Statement game for the Bills. They're at home. Patriots. Tom Brady coming to town. Bills are a 7-point home underdog.
Not enough.
I'm going to take the Bills plus the 7.
I'll take the Patriots.
It's a tough place to play, man. And the Bills are 3-0.
Yeah.
They're going to be jumping
who have
through
they beaten?
tables. They're going to
Yeah.
be drinking beer and whiskey
again, who are
and
the-
anything
I
else.
think
they
the
can get
Pats
their hands
Pats
on.
win by 3. So I'll take the points.
The Pats won 33-3, 43-0, and 30-14.
And the Jets covered the point spread.
Yeah, I know they did. Well, what's it?
It was like 24, yeah.
That's a lot of points.
They played hard. They played 3 horrible teams, and they did what they were supposed
Yes.
to.
Yeah.
The Bills are going to be tough. They're going to be gritty. They're
They have a
well
good-
coached.
they have a
a
good
good
defense.
quarterback. Is that Taylor
Nice
Gabriel
catch,
again?
but it's out of bounds.
That was
Uh,
Gabriel.
Yeah, he almost got another touchdown.
Just my fucking luck.
Okay, the Oakland Raiders are traveling to Indianapolis. The Colts are laying 7 points. I like the Colts in this game. I'll lay the 7.
Who
Oh,
are they
did
facing?
he get both feet down?
The Raiders.
Probably because I sat him. I'll take the Colts. The Raiders stink.
1, 2. He had both feet down.
No, he didn't.
Touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
No, it's not.
Oh, yes, it is. Watch.
Colts -7
1,
against the Raiders.
2.
It's not a touchdown.
It's a touchdown.
No, it's not.
Kyle's just fuming because he sat him. Look at his smirk on his face. He knows
Yeah.
that's
Not a
touchdown.
touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
It's not a touchdown because I said so.
Oh,
Flyers
God.
lost their preseason
Now
game
you're
in
starting to sound
overtime.
like Rob.
Oh,
You sound
phenomenal.
like Rob against with the Packers.
Yeah.
Who do the Flyers lose to?
Bruins.
Well, it's not an embarrassment. The
Do we have
Bruins
a
win
do
the
we have a
Stanley Cup
lean?
Finals.
Do we have an early lean from you, Brad, on the Colts Raiders game?
What's the line?
Raiders -7. Or no, Colts -7.
Where?
Indianapolis.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, they're gonna.
I like
they'll
the
beat them,
Colts.
but they'll beat
I
them
like
by
the
more than
Colts.
7. That's an easy one.
The Tennessee Titans travel to Atlanta. Atlanta's laying
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
I don't like anything about this game.
I'll take Atlanta.
I
What's
guess
the
I'll take
over-under?
Atlanta. 45 and a half.
46.
I'll take the under.
Okay.
I like the under.
Daniel Jones.
It's not in bounds. What are you talking about?
He had both feet in bounds.
That's not in bounds.
The
At
Giants. The Giants travel. Excuse me. Daniel Jones starts at home against the
3-point
Washington
favorites.
Redskins. 3-point favorite.
Yeah, I'll take the Giants.
I take
Yeah,
the
I'll take
Giants.
the Giants as well.
I'll take Danny Dimes.
Yep.
Beat the Skins.
And then Adrian Peterson runs all over him.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much. That's gonna happen.
The
Yeah.
Seattle Seahawks off a
One.
bad loss.
two.
Seattle
Got carved up by Teddy Bridgewater.
Yep.
They're traveling to.
Actually, it was Kamara.
Yeah, it's not a completion.
Kamara actually.
They got torched.
Kamara actually.
they got torched at home by the Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you know that's the first loss Seattle's had in the Pete Carroll era in September
Really?
at
Wow.
home?
Huh. Interesting.
Well, Seattle's going to try and rebound this week. They're traveling to Arizona. They're 4.5-point road favorites.
Wait, who?
I think.
Seattle against Arizona.
4.5. What's division? I'll go Seattle.
Yeah, I might take Arizona in the points. Seattle's notorious for not covering the spread on the road.
Oh fuck! It was complete.
I told you.
Just my
It's
luck.
right there on the screen, Kyle.
I mean,
What is that? 3
he
touchdowns?
got
Right there.
What is
both-
that? 3 touchdowns?
Yes, he got both feet and he got both feet down.
Motherfucker.
Tampa Bay. Travel.
Remember one thing, okay?
Yeah.
I am never wrong.
Okay.
I may be mistaken.
So we got 3 of them here.
I may be mistaken, okay?
Yeah.
That's possible, but I'm never wrong.
Yeah.
And I wasn't mistaken on that one.
Whatever.
28-0. So is anybody going to be watching the second half of this game?
No.
No.
Or is everybody going to turn on the news and go to bed?
I'm pre-
Anyone who bet the under.
Well, I took the Bears tonight, so I'm pretty much a lock.
Yeah.
Tampa
Here's a question. Does Haskins start the second half?
Probably.
would be a
It's a
bad
good question.
idea.
It's only the second
You
quarter.
are
That's
throwing
crazy.
him. You are throwing him into the wolves against the best defense, though. That might
Yeah.
not be the best
That's
thing
well,
to do.
yeah, I understand that, but you know what? He's got to start sometime. You know,
True.
they'll probably, and you know what? They may call off the Dogs somewhat in the second half because they have a 28-point lead.
Yep.
You know, so they may be playing prevent defense so that the Redskins don't score a quick touchdown.
So do you think Haskins stinks? Are you still going to say that before it happens? Because he's going to come in.
I think you're going to see him in the second half.
You think he's going to
I'm
ball
not, I
out?
don't have high hopes for him. No.
Okay.
Not in this game, but
We'll see. I mean, I don't know. Quarterbacks are tough.
my problem with Haskins is that he really doesn't have a lot of mobility.
Hey, Keith, it's all right. You're in a safe zone here. None of us bashed Wentz, so we're good.
Keith Engberg is going to watch Raw.
He's gonna
Yeah.
switch over to Monday Night Raw during the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was.
During
I have a
halftime.
I have a CBS Sports update,
Yes.
and it said breaking news: Stone Cold Steve Austin stunners someone through a table. I was like, yay.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
wonder
I was like, yay.
He's back.
Well, Psycho Sid Vicious is going to be on Lazy Booking tomorrow at 7:45.
That'll be fun.
A former champion joining the A2D.
Look at
family.
that interception, fumble, missed field goal, punt, interception. Holy
brutal.
shit,
That
they
is
suck.
that is not
All
what
right,
you want.
getting back to our early
Hey, Kyle,
leans.
4 of the 5 series, 2 plays, 1 play, 5 plays, 3 plays.
12 plays, missed
That's-
field goal.
That's not championship football.
It took him 12 plays to go 33 yards.
Yeah, and they missed a field goal.
And we almost lost this team.
The Buccaneers
Ugh.
travel to Los Angeles to take on the Rams. The Rams are laying 9.5.
The Rams cover.
I agree.
What was it?
9.5.
The Rams will score. The
Yeah.
Rams will score every time they get the ball.
Jacksonville travels to Denver. Denver's a -3-point favorite.
I'll take Jacksonville.
I'll take that dude with the weird mustache.
Gardner Minshew,
Mhm.
Yeah.
the guy who's Nick Foles in. Nick Foles.
Yeah, and then
Yes.
Nick Foles will get caught, and he'll end up back in Philly. It's all according to plan.
Minnesota's
We'll get him for less.
Minnesota's traveling to Chicago. Chicago's a 2.5-point favorite. I'll take the Bears.
I'll
here.
take
I'm taking
Bears, too.
Minnesota. I'll take Minnesota.
Well, wait a minute. Minnesota got knocked out of the playoffs by the Bears last year.
yeah, I'll
right?
take
Yeah,
Minnesota.
he is
Yeah.
correct.
Minnesota's probably
Vengeance
circling.
game.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say Minnesota's circling this game. Yeah, I'll take the Vikings.
Yep.
I'd like to see it go up to 3.
And I think Kirk Cousins is better than Mitch. As
Well,
much
it's a
as I
tough
don't like
line
Kirk
to judge
Cousins.
because the Bears aren't even over yet.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't even be posted yet. Sunday Night Football, NBC. The Dallas Cowboys travel to the New Orleans Superdome.
Cowboys.
The Cowboys. So the Saints are a home dog in prime time.
I'll take
Cowboys.
the Saints.
I'm taking the Saints.
I'm taking the
I'm
Cowboys.
taking the Saints.
I love the Saints.
No, I love
You
the
guys,
Saints
you
in
guys
this
will.
spot.
This sucks, but you guys will realize after this
And
week how
that's a
good the
little-
Cowboys are.
That's a little 2-game swing right there for the Eagles. You get a win Thursday. Dallas is losing Sunday. It's a 2-game swing. There's
Why? What happened? What happened?
Some kittens need to do homework before you mention my name on the show.
All right, what's up, kitten?
And especially start doing homework. Listen, if I'm watching and listening, tack away. But you two jabrones want to sit here and crown Jadavion Clowney. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, he's
Jadavion
talking
Clowney
about it.
had a – hold on.
said he
I'm
did
going
not
to do the
good.
talking. He had an assist yesterday in a huge game against a backup quarterback at home. He had an assist on the season. He has 2 total tackles and a sack. He didn't have a pressure on the quarterback yesterday, and he's the answer. He's the difference
help a
maker.
lot.
It would be better than what we have.
So 2 total tackles is going to help out. You two jabrones would be sitting here murdering this guy if we gave up a first rounder for a guy who had 1 tackle
They
and
didn't
2
give up.
tackles.
They didn't give up a first rounder for him.
Yeah.
What did they give up for him?
Nothing. That's
your
the
homework.
They
point.
gave up nothing for him.
They give up
They
what
give
a
up like a
third-round pick and 2 players. Give me a break.
It's
Yeah.
okay. It's nothing. So
He's
we had
stuttering
we had
now.
the
He's
people-
stuttering.
What am I stuttering about, Kyle? I don't fucking stutter about nothing. I'm asking you a question. What 2 players were you giving away that are so good because we overvalue our own players so much? So what players were that they wanted?
I probably would have gave up Barnett.
I don't know what they want.
You
from
give
the
up
Eagles.
Derek Barnett.
I would've
You-
gave up Barnett.
You give up a 24-year-old
Yeah.
pass rusher. You would just
Yeah.
do
I
away
would
with.
have. Yeah.
Okay, what sense does that make?
Yeah, a
you're
lot
gonna-
of sense.
so
Like,
you're
I was the
gonna
number
hurt-
1 pick
so you're gonna-
overall.
so you're gonna hurt your
Jacob
position.
Jacob
I
Martin,
didn't say that.
Jacob Martin, Barcavius Mingo, and a 2020 third-round pick.
Okay,
That's nothing.
That isn't very much.
It's not a
No.
lot.
Yeah.
okay, and then you gotta sign a guy to
Our
command the
defensive line
contract.
stinks.
Okay,
stinks.
Who said they're getting the job done?
They're
Did
not.
I say that?
Yeah. We're gonna get
I said
slaughtered on Thursday.
Okay, because
Guaranteeing.
Absolutely
I am
slaughtered.
guaranteeing a victory, Kyle.
You guys don't know who we're
I
playing.
stake my entire reputation on it.
Aaron Rodgers destroys us. Literally every game he plays.
The Packers are
And
not.
we're gonna
top-
just beat them in 4
the
days.
The Packers literally
Okay.
aren't top 20 in any
All right,
offensive
all right.
category.
I'm not gonna say any
across the
more.
league.
I'm not gonna say more.
Until Thursday.
There you go.
They're not. They're not.
He'll be back
You're
on
big.
board.
You'll be back on
They're,
Friday
they're
morning.
not good.
Friday morning. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you Friday morning.
Do you
Kyle.
see the Redskins
I don't wanna
tonight?
fucking
We
hear
almost
you.
lost to this team.
We
Look at that.
almost lost. What's it called when you almost lose? or
You
almost win?
lost.
You lost.
Okay.
You lost.
We were at home.
The difference in the NFL
They're
is
bad.
razor thin.
Uh,
Yeah, they're
28
getting
to
jumped
nothing.
on by the best defense in the league.
I'm never out on the Eagles
Their
this early
offense
in the
is pretty
season.
good today too.
We're not
you're
good.
out.
We're
I
not
gotcha.
good.
You're
We're not.
out.
So
We're not
so
good.
Patriots were dead last
We're
year.
not good.
They're 1-2 after losing to Detroit.
We're not a good football team.
I'm just saying the Patriots
Ay,
won a
ay,
Super
ay.
Bowl.
Howie needs to
1-2.
make moves. He's not going to make moves.
I know. All of a sudden, he's bad GM.
It's-
Never
it's-
He's
made
a
it.
bad GM.
Listen, now trades win in the NFL.
Ay, ay, ay.
Sometimes.
When?
You know what?
Jay Ajayi.
Come on, dude. I mean, Jay Ajayi now won a Super Bowl by himself. Like it was
No.
a solid.
He played a
It was
part.
a solid
Did,
trade.
did Khalil
Yeah.
Mack get yet another sack? Oh, it didn't count.
He's a
'cause-
beast,
Listen,
but
I'm just
offside.
saying, like Jadavion Clowney is a great name. I get it because he just gets people razor freaking hard. But at the end of the day, he's an average guy.
Yeah.
He's overvalued because of when he was drafted and some college highlight film material. Besides that, he's never had double-digit sacks playing alongside the best DN in football outside of Khalil Mack, the guy you're watching now, and he never had double-digit sacks. So how good is he?
I think Aaron Donald's better than both of them.
They're DNs, bro. We're talking about DNs.
Oh, DNs, okay.
We're talking about DNs.
Okay.
Aaron Donald's the best defensive tackle in football.
Yeah, he's
but
really
DN
good.
wise, JJ Watt, it's Khalil Mack, JJ Watt,
Watt.
and the guy played right next to him and never could get double-digit sacks. Listen,
Khalil
it's
Mack
always
is
the grass is greener
If you
somewhere else.
okay,
Always,
but
I
if the
get it.
Eagles gave up a 2020 third-round pick and 2 players that aren't a part of my long-term
We would've been
plan,
fine.
I wouldn't care if he
Yeah.
just had him for this year.
Yeah, I would be fine with
With
it.
the way this, I thought edge rush was going to be a problem for this team because your two best.
We couldn't
pass
get
rushers-
past Donald Penn and Eric Flowers.
Your two best pass rushers from
bad.
last year. One's in New England, one retired. Brandon
It's
Graham
not a
got
good
way
year,
too
man.
much money. I said that from Jump Street. He's a declining player. He's an older player. He's been in the league a long time. He's been good. He hasn't made any plays. Derek Barnett can't stay on the field. Fletcher Cox had 0 tackles yesterday. Carson Wentz had 2.
No, listen.
So,
I get
like-
all that. I get all that. Like, looking back on it, like
The presence of Clowney, whether you think he's average or not, Jadeveon Clowney has respect in this league. When you're game planning for the Eagles' defense or Seattle's defense, you got to know where Jadeveon Clowney's at. He's good enough where if you
How's
don't
that trading
game
the
plan,
farm?
and
What the
it's
hell's
not
he
trading
talking
the farm.
about? No, Kevin
He-
Godwin's like, you're going to trade the farm after 3 games. That's not trading the farm. What the hell's he talking
Trade the
about?
farm.
Trading
Everyone's freaking out.
He's a
Everyone
Pats
needs to-
fan.
everyone
Number
needs to
1, he's
calm
born
down.
into success. What the hell does he know about losing?
But if I knew that this
You know
pass
anything
rush was
about
going to be
losing.
this and
He
that,
fucking wins every year.
I would have traded for
Yeah.
Jadeveon Clowney on a rental
Yeah, but
if
I
I'm
don't
trying to
think-
win the Super
I don't
Bowl.
think anybody with a straight face, and it's easy to say now, would look at this front four. Before
I
the
said
se-
it 3
before-
episodes leading up
before
to
the
the
season
Redskins
started
game. I said
and
it.
assume that they're not going to get pressure on the quarterback.
I said the
when that's
weak
their
point
track
of this
record.
defense, 3
when
weeks in a row.
When Malik Jackson
3
got
weeks
hurt,
in a row,
then
edge
it
rush was
became
the
a problem.
biggest concern on this
No,
defense. Everyone laughed at me.
Well,
I agree with
that's
you,
the
but
bottom
I don't.
line.
I wouldn't agree with that
Soon as he
earlier
got
before
hurt.
the season. That's fine that you nailed it, but before the season, you couldn't tell me that Vinny Curry, Brandon Graham, and Derek Barnett couldn't get to the quarterback. Like if you told me that,
Yeah,
I would
no,
tell, I
you're
would tell
right,
you you're
you're
lying.
right, you're right.
So it's a great call out of you, but I'll tell you you're lying. Malik Jackson, all he did in Jackson was get to the quarterback. That's a killer. Then Jernigan gets hurt. Like at the end of the day, your best player, and I call this guy out consistently. Kyle talks about me being biased sometimes. I call this guy out, and he's my guy. I met him before. He's an awesome dude, but he got to stop being on milk cartons. There's $170 million tied up with Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox,
Fletcher-
and both of them been invisible.
Fletcher's injured.
So I'm just as mad about that. If you want to talk about the weakest part of this football team, it's the front 7. The linebackers have been invisible, not even around. Nigel Bradham hasn't made a play all
Zach
year.
Brown.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Zach Brown's made more plays than Nigel Bradham has,
Yeah.
which is saying something. So as much as we crush our corners, when you can't get
I
home,
thought Zach Brown was
you know
fine.
what I mean?
Zach Brown
you're
actually-
watching the same shit in New York, Brad. A front 4 that can't get home. He's watching the same thing.
Oh,
but the problem is,
our defense can't stop
the
anybody.
problem is he doesn't have guys.
Yeah.
He doesn't have $170 million up
No.
there and a first.
He
and a
has,
top
well,
15
he has
pick.
the Janoris Jenkins kind of tied up right
You know
now.
what I mean, Rob? He doesn't
Yeah, but
have
this is his
Fletcher
last
Cox, Brandon
season.
Graham,
Yeah.
and a top 15 pick on his
We'll
front
get
4.
we'll get rid of
Yeah.
we'll get rid of him. He's
concerning.
$13 million.
It's just our defensive line's one of the worst in the league, and
But
it's crazy.
We were talking about it earlier, and I'm not saying it's going to come to fruition, but you hope, because this league is an ebb and flow thing, that the sacks start coming in bunches. You hope. I'm not guaranteeing it will, but you hope Thursday maybe get to the quarterback sometimes. Like I joke about Jake's poll
How about-
question week
how
1,
about-
like because we're playing Washington.
How about
O-line.
blitz, how about
Yeah.
Five
sending,
sacks? Like
how about trying to blitz
Yeah.
once in
Throw
a
you.
while and create
Rogers gets
pressure?
the ball off in like a
That's-
They don't-
second.
they don't-
I don't know if you watched the Giant game
They
in the
don't
second
do
half
good
yesterday,
blitzing.
but in the second half, the Giants started blitzing. Okay, and they were coming from all
They don't
angles.
do good blitzing.
They sacked the quarterback 4 times, and basically Winston couldn't do anything in the second half. The Winston to Mike Evans show, which was I think 3 touchdowns and 153 yards in the first half.
Yeah.
That show got canceled in the second half.
Yeah, when you get pressure and you get home.
Yeah,
it's one
well,
thing, like,
Yeah,
we're
but the
not-
Giants got home with their pressure.
Yeah,
the
we're
Eagles
not
don't.
even- we're
The
not
Eagles
even
don't get
on
home with their
But you
pressure
got-
because
but you
their
gotta-
front
but
4 is
your
so
blitz-
bad right now that the corners are just.
But you got to start
just
blitzing,
torched.
and you
They're-
got to force
It's not
the
fun
issue.
right
Look
now.
at
It's
the
not fun
numbers.
You
at
have to
all.
force the
No,
issue.
you're right. And when we have forced the issue, we've done better. But again, that's not his MO,
Yeah.
is to bring people. I give Jim Schwartz a lot of credit when I don't at all. I'm usually very critical of him, but at least he's changed his game plan a little bit on what he does. Like, all I look for is, hey, can you change on the fly? Like, I'll crush you, right? There's been some calls that I've been questionable of, but can you change on the fly? I got to give him credit as much as I hammer him.
Yeah.
He's changed on the fly. He said, these guys aren't getting home with my 2 eyes.
Well-
I got to bring some other people. And
well,
he's done
when
a
it-
good job of it, but
Well, when he's blitzing, actually, Matt Stafford tore him apart yesterday.
well, most do. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, the good quarterbacks,
Listen,
good quarterbacks pick
If
up
they
on the blitz
if the
well, you know?
quarterbacks
Yeah.
if the quarterbacks catch you in a blitz and they change the play to a screen pass,
Yeah.
you're fucked.
Well.
It's over. Either you're going to give up a big play, or if the blitz gets
Like when
picked
you-
up and they
when
throw a
you-
long pass, you're in trouble.
Put
Yeah.
that you're blitzing on the jumbotron.
No, but if the
Just
quarterback
have check
but if the
down
quarterback
Julio
reads
Jones and he
but
runs 80 yards for a fucking
Still
touchdown.
running.
but if the quarterback
Yeah.
but if the
Still
quarterback
running.
but if the quarterback catches it and sees that it's going to be a blitz, They make the right read.
This game,
That
on,
Atlanta
you know,
game made me way more angry.
this
than,
game on
than the
Thursday is
Detroit
just
game.
bad timing. It's just really bad
Well,
timing.
let me ask. I mean, I know what your answer is. You believe they're done.
I think they're done. Yeah.
I don't think Rob thinks they're done.
I don't think
They're
they're
done.
done.
Guess. I don't think
We're
Brad
gonna
thinks
wake
they're
up
done.
Friday morning.
I don't think any team is done after 3 games.
No.
I'm counting the one on
2
Thursday
and
as a
2.
loss.
Brad had him 2 and 2 anyway. What'd you have him after through 4 games?
Maybe 3 and 1. I mean, because I just had him. I had him running early and slowing down later. but-
Losing to the Packers,
but
right?
I have them
this-
losing to the Flames and the Flames. The
Hockey
the Atlanta,
season's
the
right
Falcons and the Falcons and the Packers. I have them losing too.
Civil War.
So we'll be
calls.
1 and
two-
3. We'll be
2
1
and
and 3
2.
in the NFC, and then we play the Jets. That doesn't even matter when it comes to the conference. Then we'll play the Vikings. We'll probably lose to them. So I don't know. It's looking bleak. It's not looking good. I'm
Well,
sorry.
The Green Bay game's a must-win.
It's not looking good, dude. Like our defense of
This
the line
is, this is
doesn't.
a tricky league, brother. To
Yeah.
jump off after 3 weeks with a team that you had.
I
as
just
an
see our
NFC title
schedule, man. I
contender.
see our schedule. Yeah, but I didn't think the defensive line would be non-existent.
No, I agree with you there, but you can't. My only issue with you is if you believe this team was an NFC title contender, like, and I'm not like, listen, I understand every game's important in the NFL, and we micro, we bring the magnifying glass out on every game. I get that, but at the end of the day, if you still believe that they're an NFC title team, like most of us believe they were, all right, you can't fold off of a 1 and 2 start with a game on a short week against an offense that hasn't been lighting it up passing wise like everybody
At
thinks
all.
they are.
Yeah.
They've been getting it done defensively, but I think that's going to come to an end. Listen, I think we go there and beat them because most people think we won't, and that's sort of how this team plays its best when we all start to think
There's
that
no pressure,
they're not
yeah.
as good as we think they are.
Right. I guess I just
Happened 2
I
years
s-
in a row, and
I
I wrote him
Aaron-
off when Carson Wentz tore his ACL. Crow.
I just
wrote
see
him off when they lost 48-7 in the Superdome. Crow. Not doing it again.
Well,
This
Still
team
in group.
I just
1,000%
I just see
winning
Aaron-
the football game on Thursday.
Right.
I stake my entire reputation
I
on
just
it.
see Aaron Rodgers hasn't had a great game yet this season. He has his game circled because he always beats us. He's at home. He's going to make a statement. Devontae Adams is going to go off. And I just see us losing this
The
game
only
by 20.
statements that are going to be made Thursday are by the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right.
I don't know. Like
I
Rob
hope you're
said,
right.
I know this team is a response team. Something I can only go off for the last 2 years when their backs against the wall.
Yeah.
And they're got adverse and there are tons of adversity. They seem to respond well. We can only go off of that. And I'm not saying you're wrong. Like we could look back at week 8 and say that hey, you were right that it was over. But off a team that
I
you know,
never say this, dude.
off of teams that like the good teams that actually make runs late in years always start slow. The Seahawks were kings of starting slow when they were going to Super Bowls and
Patriots
they were
always
dominant,
start
right?
slow.
Like Patriots always start slow, unlike this year. But like a lot of good teams start slow.
Yeah.
You remember the year we went to the Super Bowl, we were 1-1 and we came back and a 65-yarder against the Giants is the only thing that kept us from 1-2. And then we went on a big roll.
We had some luck too, yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? And that's football. Like
You have to have it.
we,
You
you
have
know,
to
we
have
haven't
it.
had
We haven't
that
had
luck
luck,
yet.
no.
I don't think our defense didn't create a turnover. on
Giants had
Sunday,
luck
which
yesterday.
Is a killer at home.
Yeah,
So,
but
I mean,
the Giants deserve to get some luck.
that's
I mean,
all
they
have.
give up
I just had to come in hot 'cause
That's fine.
No,
They give up a
Not that I
61-yard
wanna
field
take
goal
them,
to
but-
Carolina.
No one's made
and
plays
a
on the only-
65-yard field goal against the Eagles. I think the Giants had some luck coming to them on those field goals.
Yeah.
The only
You
point,
know?
It's a 30-yarder.
someone's
The
got
guy
to make
missed
plays on this
the guy
team.
missed 2 extra points.
Yeah.
That guy, you knew that guy was going to miss.
I didn't know he was going to
Did
miss.
you
but-
did you watch that game? Because that was something that you could see.
Taylor Gabriel 3 touchdowns.
You could
Oh,
see
thanks.
you could
3.
see that coming. The guy missed 2 extra points. He missed a field goal.
How many
Yeah.
fantasy points is that, Kyle? on
That's
your
a lot.
bench?
I'm losing because I haven't started.
Oof.
Sucks.
Taylor
probably like 28,
Gabriel
right?
on the pine.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns in the first half.
I had Will Fuller in his place. Yeah. Stinks.
Ouch!
What a loser.
Oh, no Vaseline there.
Yeah.
Getting back to this game on
Oh.
Thursday, someone's got to make plays eventually.
Yeah.
There's too much talent on this team
I
for
know
them
who's
not
going
to
to
make
plays.
plays.
I can tell you who's going to make plays on
Outside
Thursday.
of Carson, one guy's made a play, and it wasn't until the waning seconds of the Detroit game yesterday.
Aaron
Malcolm
Rodgers.
Jenkins blocked the field goal.
Shut up. I know that. I'm not an idiot. He's getting through for 5 touchdowns on us.
Who?
I'm ready for it. I've been ready for it.
Rodgers?
Yes.
See, this is your defense mechanism.
He's
Oh, I told you so. And boast your,
no. I just know they're
boast
gonna
your
lose.
chest out because you were right.
I know they're gonna
I'm
lose.
just saying it because I'm hoping for it.
Now,
That's the difference
you're
between me
allowed.
and him.
You hate the Eagles.
Yeah.
The guy gets the ball off in 1 second.
same-
Imagine
for
him
the
with
same
4
reason-
seconds to
For
throw.
the same reason, I think the Saints are going to blow out the Cowboys and embarrass them, even with
Oh, I love the Saints.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe going into this year that the Green Bay Packers are a 4-0 team through 4 weeks and the Eagles are a 1-3 team?
No.
Because you got to look at that.
No,
You
but
gotta look at it.
no, but then I'm watching the games,
But
and then it comes to
do you believe
fruition.
That the Green Bay Packers are a 4-0 football team?
Wait, no, no.
Yeah, their defense
Kyle-
is like 100 times better than it's been.
Kyle said.
Oh, they've
Kyle
been great.
Kyle
Yeah,
said
they've
the
been really
NFL is
good
the
this year.
easiest to figure out.
It
He's
is.
got it all figured out.
It
Already.
is.
Nah,
It's very
baseball-
easy to figure out.
Baseball is the easiest sport to
Huh?
figure out.
Alshon's probably going to play Thursday night.
I don't think he is.
Now he's a doctor.
Is he going to be effective?
He's going to play. That's why he didn't play Sunday.
I hope he plays, but I
Well,
don't
if
think
he
he's
couldn't
going
play,
to.
if he couldn't play Sunday and
It's
Thursday,
4 days.
That's only 4 days.
Well, no, he probably could have played Sunday, but Beans is a short week. They were hoping, probably being at home, that they could get away with it a little bit more than going on the road to Green Bay. So, I don't know. But he said he's optimistic that he's going to play because he was optimistic.
So he's probable.
I think so. I'd have to look on the chart. But
I mean,
We need him.
Well, you definitely need him.
Yeah, Aguilar can't catch a
Catch
cold
the
right now,
ball.
so I mean,
Aguilar's the least.
Green Bay's got a good
Yeah.
Green Bay's got a good defense, and if they
what do you
keep
think about
you
Miles
under-
Sanders?
If they keep you under 20 points, you're gonna lose.
Some things are trends. Dude.
Yeah.
The guy fumbled a ton in college. Like, from being a Penn State guy, Rob. That was his big mouth.
I'm not a Penn State guy.
Oh, I thought you were. My bad.
Who likes Rape State? Nobody likes
That
Rape
was his
State.
knock, right? Like putting the ball on the turf. Well, he came into the league. That's what he's doing. Putting the ball on the turf.
I don't hate Penn State.
Like,
I'm not a-
I hate Penn
like
State.
Miles, but I don't know. I like Miles, but I would have given Jordan Howard 20 carries. Yesterday.
He's not gonna do. Doug doesn't like Jordan Howard.
Doesn't.
Not like him.
He wanted to trade him week 1.
He wants Miles Sanders to be the lead back
Yeah, and he's not
of this
working.
offense so bad.
Well, 13 carries to 11 doesn't really equal lead back.
I understand that, but Miles isn't taking the job by the balls like Doug wants him to.
Oh, he's a rookie. He's fumbling a lot. If he
Doug
gets the fumbles
wants
under
Miles
wraps, I think he'll be
Doug
all right.
loves Miles Sanders.
All he needs is to
I'm just
have-
saying.
All he needs is to play one game against the Giants defense, and then he'll find it all. And he'll
All
be,
right, thanks for
and he'll
joining
be
us, Tom.
fine, Tom.
All right, that'll do
Just,
it for
just
this.
a fact.
That'll do it for this edition of the Sports Hounds. Check out Psycho Sid tomorrow at 8 o'clock on Lazy Booking. Hockey Happy Hour is going to be on tomorrow night at 10.
Yeah, it's flip flop.
We got Thursday shows on Tuesday. We got Tuesdays on Thursdays. It's absolutely nuts. Keep it tuned here in A2D Radio, A2D Live. We'll be back next Monday, same time, same place, with a 2-2 Eagles football team. Have a good night, everybody.